This is Star Market Celtics Tonight. Download the Star Market Deals and Delivery app today.
Jalen forces it up over C.
No!
He tied it! He did it! Jalen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Kick out, open. Tatum steps to his left, three in the air. Got it!
Big boys step up at the right time, man.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Amica Insurance, your New England Ford dealers, UMass Lowell, Cambridge Savings Bank, Comcast Business, Bosch Tools, Kelly's Roast Beef, Catches Law, your New England Chevy dealers, Live Nation, Gulf Oil, Charles D. Sheehy, and by Ticketmaster.
Pritchard shovel back to Porzingis. How about a trail three? Got it! Boston by 14. Kyrie forces one out, blocked by Porzingis again. Pritchard, half court. It's in the air. He got it! He did it again! Peyton Pritchard did it again!
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, Mass Mutual, VA New England, Town Fair Tire, FindMassMoney.gov, your New England Honda dealers, Corona, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Shaw's and Star Market, Brand, Northeastern DeMoore McKim School of Business, the Antidosi Baking Company, your New England Cadillac dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
A night at TD Garden that suddenly feels different than any that have come before it in the building's 30-year history. Tonight, two teams, two franchises that have seemingly swapped bodies in the 9 days since the series began. Stage Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. The Celtics out of room to hold on to the title. The Knicks one step from a room they haven't entered in a quarter century. Away we go. Thanks for sharing Game 5 with us. It will be remembered. I'm Sean Grady. Cedric Maxwell rejoins us shortly. It has been 45 hours since it happened, 22 since we knew what the moment meant and when it became real. There is an overwhelming feeling of sadness the last couple of days that will undoubtedly trickle into the building tonight. A myriad of emotions that gives us a myriad of options. We could mourn for what's been taken from the Celtics. 3 wins by the Knicks, a year of Jayson Tatum, a roster and an era by the new NBA salary rules. We could celebrate the last 11 years, the new NBA prototype of a rebuild. 11 straight playoffs, more playoff wins than anyone. 6 conference finals, 2 conference titles, and, of course, Banner 18. 11 years more than worthy of its own episode of Celtic City. Or here's an idea. We could put aside for one night what was and what will be, because there's a funny thing about the Knicks' return to the conference final after a quarter century and the end of the Celtics world as we know it. None of that has happened yet. The Celtics are down. They are hurting physically, spiritually. But the greatest moments in franchise history, the greatest moments in the game's history, almost always happened right after it seemed there was no way they could. Jayson Tatum will come back, and when he does, for the second half of a career headed directly for Springfield, head for the top of every list the game's most storied franchise has. His final game before the injury was an epic, in which he single-handedly carried his team into the fourth quarter of a critical Game 4 on the game's greatest stage. Now tonight, his teammates, his brothers, can and must return that favor, and maybe, by week's end, create another great moment that no one thinks they can. Coming up on the fastest 30 minutes in the NBA, the Game 5 edition of Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. Max joins me. We'll get you up to the second, the update on the Jayson Tatum surgery, when we might get a preliminary timeline, what the quote-unquote experts are saying, then shift quickly to tonight. Celtics facing elimination for the first time since staving it off 3 times before losing Game 7 here to Miami 2 years ago. Who starts in the Tatum spot, and how do the Celtics go about replacing all he does? An update on Sam Hauser, expected to play as well. And then what is the Knicks side of this as we break down Game 5? They have said all the right things about not being overconfident, but as due as they were for a breakout game, and they got it, they've had one good offensive half in 4 games of this series. Millions of Knicks fans are planning for Monday night's Game 1 against the Pacers. Where must the Knicks focus be tonight to keep that date? We'll explore that. We'll take our trip around the NBA. It will forever be the week the NBA went wild. Dallas wins the lottery. The Wolves on the brink of a conference final return. And the 64-win Cavs, off one of the greatest seasons in franchise history and an NBA record for playoff dominance in the first round, meet a sudden and shocking end.
Halliburton against Mitchell. Hunter shows a trap. Halliburton gets rid of it. Far corner. Turner. Dagger. A 3 out of the corner, and all of a sudden, a switch has been thrown. This place is like a library.
Our Game 5 check-in with the head coach, Joe Mazzulla.
A season, you're managing people, you're constantly balancing. When are you treating them as a person? When are you talking to them as the player? When are you communicating with them about their families?
But coming up next, while the Celtics desperately try to write a different end to this story, it's been 48 hours since one of the cruelest on-court plot twists in franchise history. We'll look back on the room where it happened. Tatum for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown dropped it. Picked off by Anunoby. He will go the distance. Two-hand slam, and Tatum is hurt. Tatum is hurt. Tatum is still down. He is screaming for a timeout. And in a New York minute, everything has changed. It's all coming up and more as we catch it now to Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. The Celtics facing elimination for the first time in 2 years. The Knicks trying to reach the conference finals for the first time in 25. Bottom of the hour on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Are you stuck in traffic going to the game? Well, next time, do what I do. Get there without the traffic torment and just take the train. With Commuter Rail, kids 11 and under always ride free and enjoy later nighttime service after the game. And if the game's on a weekend, ride with $10 weekends. Get tickets on board or with the M-Ticket app.
At Amica Insurance, we've been protecting New Englanders for generations. Long before the first Celtics banner was raised or the iconic parquet floor was laid. For 117 years, Amica's been providing world-class service across auto, home, and life insurance. So you can count on Amica to show up for you like you show up for the Celtics. Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
Strawberries, blueberries are fresh in and on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, get 1 pound strawberries or pint blueberries for just $1.97 each when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Yes, it's a very good time to get fresh strawberries and blueberries. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry, sale ends soon. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Cadillac knows that icons aren't just born, they're made. Just like the vibrant, all-electric Lyric. Elevate your style in a Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the Boston Celtics and me, Cedric Maxwell.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Yeah, I think tonight is tough. I think everybody's kind of in a loss for words just because, one, losing the game, but obviously the concern with JT, but we pick our heads back up tomorrow and go from there.
Jaylen Brown, it wasn't his words, it was the way he delivered them that I thought encapsulated the moment after game number 4. Welcome back to Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. This is normally where we start with the injury report, but I think the whole world knows what the injury report looks like right now as far as the Celtics are concerned. Jayson Tatum, successful surgery to repair the ruptured Achilles tendon suffered late in the game on Monday. I think, Max, now that we're back live, now that we're back with you, you and I have seen a lot of things, and we both knew 5 seconds after what had happened. And I think you go through those 7 stages, right? The first one is denial, and I think we all got to enjoy a few hours where we could hope and pretend it wasn't what we knew it was all along.
It was just weird because you and I looked at it, then we start dissecting it again, and then we saw it was a non-contact. And then we went to Dame Lillard, and we look at the same thing that happened to him when he stepped forward and essentially did the same thing to his Achilles. So for a young man who hasn't been hurt, this is the thing which is crazy to me. I always say this, he's played so many games and played so much. The irony of this is that if you don't rest your body will rest you. And he's played so many games and in Olympics and never got a chance to rest. And all of a sudden the body just kind of says, okay, we had enough.
Injury report brought to you by Catches Law and Catches. They specialize in helping those who have been injured not only from a one-time incident, but from a lifetime of hard work and labor. If it sounds like you, visit catcheslaw.com. There will be countless hours to discuss Jayson Tatum's rehab, Jayson Tatum's return to play at some point next year, what it means for the Celtics, the NBA new salary situation, which is going to force the changes that are coming on the roster, but none of that's going to matter tonight. Tonight, the irony of it is, after the Celtics got carried by Jayson Tatum, now they have a chance to pay their brother back while he sits in a hospital room and get this game for him. And as we talk about injuries, Sam Hauser is available for the Celtics. He will come off the bench tonight, but here's the story. Kristaps Porzingis will start tonight for the Celtics. This is the least scientific, least hardcore analysis you're ever going to hear. But I was on the floor about 20 minutes ago. Kristaps Porzingis came out of the locker room for the first time in the series. He was smiling, that KP smile that we've all become accustomed to. Could mean nothing, could mean everything.
Well, the thing about you, what are you going to do? You're not going to cry. I think the thing about a game like this is always test who you are as a player. You understand who your teammates are, how everybody has to step up. And one thing you're trying to do is be the same person. That's the biggest thing. Jaylen Brown has to be actually himself, but more, because he's not have to pick up some of the slack that Tatum did on the rebound end. Craziest thing about all this, Sean, Tatum was having the game of his life.
He was. There's so much to jump into that we just don't have time for because we have the early start for TNT. But Jaylen Brown doesn't need to score 40 points tonight. That's not what this game is going to be about for him. He has to be the leader on the floor. And the Celtics, to a man, have to limit turnovers and win the shot margin because margin is something they no longer have on any level. Previous game recap brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Bet the unexpected with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code SportsUp. And if you get a no-sweat parlay every single day only on DraftKings, the crown is yours. That crown now resting very uneasy at the Celtics, down 3-1 after a Monday night that will live forever in Celtics history. We will have reverse jerseys tonight in game number 4. The Celtics on the road at Madison Square Garden will wear the home white, green letters and numbers. They will go left to right in the first half. Knicks wearing their alternate jerseys, which are the road blue uniforms with strong orange numbers and letters on the front, orange numbers on the back, white letters on the back. A lot of discussion about the officials. We have not seen much of the man considered by most within the industry to be the best official, Scott Foster. He will referee game number 4 and throw it up between Al Horford and Karl Anthony Towns. And from MSG, game 4 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals is underway. Towns trying to steal the tip, and he deflects it past Drew Holiday out of bounds, and the Knicks will get it first. Drew Holiday, stop and start, blows right by Karl Anthony Towns, then kicks out to the wing. Jaylen Brown finds the open man. It's Tatum. He waits for Josh Hart to sail by, then throws out, finds the hot hand, and Derek White hits another one. What were you saying?
Find Derek White.
Pritchard this time sets the screen. That puts Towns in front of Tatum. 4 seconds to go. Tatum going to shoot this one. Steps to his left. It's in the air, and it's another three. What are they going to say now? 48-39. Boston by 9. 6:42 to go first half. Jaylen Brown moving to his right. Towns in front of him. When do you bring Tatum back? Jaylen Brown lines up Towns, switches to the left hand, drives around him, but misses the layup. Forced it. Knicks had the rebound. Here's Bridges exposing the ball, but he catches up to it. Is able to throw back to Brunson. Whips to the open man. It's McBride for 3. Jalen Brunson, left side. With the right-hand dribble. He's thinking about the 3. They run away from him. They force him to take an open shot. He does, and he drills it.
How does he get open between a couple of guys?
Great question. Celtics got crossed up. They ran away from the wrong guy. They gave him the Josh Hart treatment. Offensive rebound, Hart kick out, picked off again by Jayson Tatum. He will go the distance, slam it home with 2 hands. A pick 2 for Jayson Tatum, who's playing the defensive game of his life tonight in game 4.
Man, read the eyes of the guy passing.
Scott Foster will hand it to Jalen Brunson on the far side. In front of the Boston bench, inbounds to Josh Hart, and back to Brunson. Drew Holiday will defend. Full shot clock here for New York. Brunson down the middle of the floor. Kick to the corner. Anunoby open. Tatum a late challenge, but Anunoby hits the 3 anyway. And the Knicks have the lead. What did I tell you during the break? I said I bet my house New York's going to get the lead at some point, and they have. Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns have got that 3rd guy tonight. Jayson Tatum and Derek White have not. Boston down 3. Tatum steps back behind the line, launches, and ties the game with his 6th 3 of game 4.
Big boys. Big boys.
He is out of the phone booth tonight. Mikal Bridges moving to his right behind the Robinson screen. Pull up 12-footer. Got another one. Celtics have got to get somebody on Mikal Bridges. New York in the lead, 100-99. Bridges up to 21. Tatum for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown dropped it. Picked off by Anunoby. He will go the distance. 2-hand slam, and Tatum is hurt. Tatum is hurt. Tatum is still down. He is screaming for a timeout. And in a New York minute, everything has changed. 113-104 is the math. Jalen Brunson, step back three. Got it. It was going to be the New York Knicks night. They are going to style and profile to the finish. Final seconds, Pritchard stepping to his left. Brunson sails 5. Pritchard misses a 3. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson. And the New York Knickerbockers, 25 years from their last appearance in the conference finals, will head to TD Garden on Wednesday night with a 3-1 lead and possibly get a Celtics team without Jayson Tatum. That's how quickly games, series, and seasons can turn. The final score in Game 4, New York 121, Boston 113. That's the other side of it. In the last 25 years, Max, the Boston Celtics have been to 10 conference finals. How about this, when you think about who was where and try to get some perspective on the fact that there was essentially a parade in New York about winning a 3rd game in the 2nd round. In the last 25 years, the New York Knicks have won 30 playoff games. The Boston Celtics have won 29 playoff series. That is how life and death. Celtic fans were going to be disappointed, Max, if they lost to, say, in the conference finals. It's a meal that's been served to them so many times, it's not a big deal anymore. Meanwhile, 200 miles away, those fans are starving for a bite of that meal.
Well, here's again, sometimes it's sand that goes in your mouth, John. And be careful what you ask for. And I think the Knicks fans obviously want to win this game. We know that. We know how they're starving to get there. But the last time I checked, they hadn't been on that stage since 1973. It's quite a while.
Player to bank on in Game 5, brought to you by Clinton Savings Banker. Interest rates keeping you from buying a home. With CSB Safeguard Mortgage, you can modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years. Perfect for when rates go down. Apply at ClintonSavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
Leon Poe. That's who I'm going with.
That's your player to bank on?
I'm going player to bank on Leon Poe. I know you tapped me. I'm trying to get Leon Poe in there. Remember that huge game he had against the Lakers where they had
Game two of the finals.
Who is Leon Poe? That has to happen
Phil
again
Jackson
tonight.
His name,
Somebody has to step up again. Well, the guy you're obviously looking at is going to be Brown. What can Brown do for you? He has to score the basketball. He has to be effective. But as you're saying right now, he has to be a leader.
To me, the Celtics have to win the shot margin. They have to rebound. They have to defend at the rim. That means Porzingis scored 38 at Madison Square Garden in that one game in April. He scored 20 in this entire series. He doesn't have to go crazy, but if you're going to play Sam Hauser and get the offense from Sam Hauser, you need Porzingis protecting the rim and being more effective than he's been.
It has to be around that rim. They've gone right there. So understand what you have to do.
Max's keys to the game, driven by your local New England Honda dealers. Contact your local New England Honda dealer for a great deal today.
Keys to the game is staying close. If you're the Celtics, you get the more pressure gets on the Knicks, the closer you stay in this game late. Knicks, obviously, you said they have the closer, but you're in the building right now that you're desperate and you're hungry. And you should be the team right now that's a little bit hungrier than the other team that doesn't necessarily need to win this game.
Celtics have led by 14 or more in the second half of every game in this series, and they've lost 3 or 4. The previous 67 times that had happened, they've only lost 3 games. The difference between the first half and the second half is simply staggering. The Celtics have been essentially the equivalent to the best team in NBA history in the first half and one of the worst in the second half. If that doesn't turn, this will be the end of the season and the end of the title offense. Still to come on Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight, our conversation with Joe Mazzulla about just that, not only the human emotion and trying to manage those for himself and the locker room for the last 48 hours. What is going on in the second half that has to change here in game number 5? We'll talk about that. Quick trip around the NBA with obviously the Cleveland Cavaliers season over and an instant classic last night between Denver and OKC. But when we return, Kevin Majori has Sports Hub headlines as the Red Sox just made a disastrous start, and now they've got to face Skubal and Chris Sale in back-to-back games. It's all leading to Game 5 for the Celtics and the New York Knicks. History will unfold at TD Garden tonight on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network. Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB. That's code SPORTSHUB for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Nobody beats FW Webb for plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, pipe valves, fittings, and more. Visit fwweb.com for a location near you.
With Clinton Savings Bank Safeguard Mortgage, you can easily modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years of closing your loan for a low $250 fee. Visit us today.
Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender, NMLS number 422081.
Hey Boston, did winter kick your asphalt?
The Moreland family here with Asphalt Engineering.
Our team of paving experts are on deck and ready to meet your goals. Driveways, parking lots, that's Asphalt Engineering's field. Like Boston Sports, we are crushing it into our 20th season. Give us a call today at 877-411-PAVE.
Asphalt Engineering. Local, family-owned and operated, hard-earned 5-star reputation.
877-411-PAVE.
Get what you're paving for.
Call Asphalt Engineering today. Still kicking asphalt after 20 years.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app. Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The Red Sox and Tigers are just getting underway in their series finale in Detroit. The Red Sox are looking to avoid getting swept. Hunter Dobbins gets the start for the Sox tonight. Stanley Cup playoff action. The Maple Leafs host the Panthers at 7. That series is tied at 2 games apiece. The Oilers up 3-1 look to close out the Golden Knights in Vegas. Puck drop is at 9:30. And the NFL schedule gets released officially at 8 o'clock tonight. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Valvoline. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Kevin Majori. Coming up on Star Market Celtics tonight, Grandy and Max take you around the NBA on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic, and whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyric, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. This is Cedric Maxwell, and I can tell you that icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your New England Cadillac dealer, the exclusive luxury vehicle of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics. And me, Cedric Maxwell.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
Taking care of business starts with a great team. With CSB, you get a partner who puts you first, so you can focus on what matters most. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Closing in on Game 5, Triple Round the NBA, brought to you by your Boston area Chevrolet dealers. Get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup at your New England Chevy dealers. Find exciting offers, too, on the powerful Silverado and feature-packed all-new Equinox.
Off the inbound following the timeout, Mitchell misses a catch-and-shoot three. Strus rebounds, takes it into the near corner. Air ball from three. Siakam rebounds. Shot clock dark. They will not attempt to foul. And the Pacers are moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mark Boyle, I guess, saving the excitement for the conference finals, so I guess it's no big deal if you're going back-to-back years. Celtics, of course, swept them a year ago. I'm not surprised the Pacers beat the Caps. I'm surprised how easily they beat them.
I'm not surprised they beat them, but I am like you. I thought it would be a closer series, but one thing to happen, a lot of injuries happen, and when you have those injuries at key times of the season like this, they really could be disruptive.
All focus is here now. The Cavs do not get to the conference finals. The Celtics about to join them. That's what we're going to find out. We'll talk about it with Joe Mazzulla next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network. Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5, the Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
The Piantadosi Baking Company is a local fourth-generation family bakery providing bread to New England's restaurants for over 100 years. You can find their famous Hearth French bread, rolls, and subs at your local supermarket. And be sure to try their new sourdough batard, hearth-baked with signature sourdough starter. The Piantadosi Baking Company. Hey, basketball fans, ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com. Got a chip in your windshield? Don't stress. Autoglass Now's got you covered. Autoglass Now provides fast and reliable repairs. Call or visit Autoglass Now and they'll get you scheduled today.
Autoglass Now gets you Autoglass Now.
Set yourself up for success. Their locally owned Benjamin Moore store proudly serves the New England area with more than just paint. They're here to support you and help you find everything you need to bring your projects to life. From expert advice to premium products, they'll help you every step of the way. Enjoy exceptional service and explore a selection of beautiful paint colors designed for lasting results. Visit Triborough Paint Center today and experience the difference that Benjamin Moore's quality products and personalized guidance can make.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Welcome back to Star Market Celtics Tonight. It's time for the coach's interview brought to you by Star Market. Check out the Star Market app, earn rewards, and save on your groceries and gas with Star Market for you. Download the Star Market app today. Now here's Sean standing by with the coach.
All right, Kevin, thank you. I wrestled with myself with this one on Monday night, and I have a routine we all do that we do after games. I've done the same thing for 20-something years after a game. I didn't do any of it. I didn't go through my regular routine or do my regular stuff because there was just an emotion attached to what happened. How much time do you give yourself to be a human being after what happened on Monday night versus being the coach that has to do what you have to do next?
I mean, I think it's the balance of, people versus players, right? And I think, when you're managing a season and you're managing people, you're constantly balancing when are you treating them as a person, when are you talking to them as the player, when are you communicating with them about their family. So I think it's just the balance of the constant balance of the person versus the player, and you're going in and out of that throughout certain moments. And so, and we have a very mature group of guys, right? And I think the balance is focusing on Jayson, the person, and then understanding that we have a basketball game to be played, and living in that space I think is how you have to do it, and you have to bring both of those to the game,
And I would imagine the hard part is you have to do it for yourself, and then you have to figure out how to get everybody else in that room in the same place.
No question, right? And I think everyone else will process it differently, but I think at the end of the day, you trust, you always come down to the trust and the character of your locker room. And I think they'll all have a little bit of something in them, because of that. At the same time, focusing on what we have to do to win, Game 5.
And what do you have to do to win Game 5? I mean, the human part of Jayson that we just talked about, now the basketball part, when your brain goes there, you have the 10 games without him, but you also, a third of the minutes that you play every year are without him, even in the best-case scenario. So there's a lot of those minutes, and you plan for all these scenarios. We would talk in February about planning for this scenario that could happen in the second round of the playoffs. But how much of what happens tonight is you having a plan going in versus really feeling more than any other night how the game is going?
I think it's both. I think it'll be both. It'll be interesting to see what their matchups and coverages are. Do those things change? Play call frequencies will be a little bit different. But, I think one of the strengths of this team is the sacrifice that they have for each other. And with somebody else, they all get to be more a version of themselves, right? Which is what you call upon. And so you have to rely on that. You have to rely on their identities. And then you have to give the game what it needs depending upon how the Knicks adjust to it, because they have to adjust to it as well.
This feels like a basketball one. I guess to some degree it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But how does anyone make sense and reconcile the difference between the first half and the second half in this series? I know it's 4 games. I know the sample size police will be all over me for bringing it up. But it's simply stunning. And there has to be more than just a basketball thing to it.
I think I think if you take a look at games 1 and 2 and game 4, it was our transition defense and our rebounding. Those two things. And I go back to game 2 where they cut it from 20 to 12 at the end of the third. The battle of the transitions can make or break halves, can make or break games and series. And it goes to those two bigger themes. And then the third would be, obviously our offensive, I say the word execution. The execution is if whether the shot is made or not. But to us, the execution is the process of what we got. At the end of the day, you have to make the shots. But the processes of our offensive execution in those fourth quarters.
Is there any relief to just being back on the floor and everybody doing what they do at 7:05
I think the floor is. I think the game itself is a processing arena for most people. Whether especially these guys, who are doing so much, whether it's their community service, whether it's their families, whether it's the people they take care of in their lives. And once you get to the court, it's kind of where you can express yourself.
All right, let's do it. We'll all express ourselves next for Game 5 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth. Feeling smooth. Who said that? It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw. So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it. Beep-bop, beat-up-wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Sometimes the moments, sometimes the turning point in a game, a series, a season, an era are hard to see. They happen below the radar, off the floor, or in a lottery drawing no one sees. Sometimes, though, they happen on the game's biggest stage with the world watching in horror. Tatum or Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown dropped it. Picked off by Anunoby. He will go the distance. Two-hand slam, and Tatum is hurt. Tatum is hurt. Tatum is still down. He is screaming for a timeout. And in a New York minute, everything has changed. The Knicks were in command of the series already when disaster struck the defending champs. Now the Celtics on the brink of a suddenly uncertain future. The Knicks on the brink of ending 25 years of playoff disappointment. But once in a while, once in a long while, the brink of disaster could lead to the brink of history. Celtics and Knicks, the story has reached Game 5. Next.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
The 1957 season is over. The Celtics are the world champions.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Amica Insurance, your New England Ford dealers, UMass Lowell, Cambridge Savings Bank, Comcast Business, Bosch Tools, Kelly's Roast Beef, Catches Law, and by Ticketmaster.
The ball game is over. The Celtics have won the World Championship.
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, your New England Chevy dealers, Live Nation, Gulf Oil, Mass Mutual, Charles D. Sheehy, VA New England, FindMassMoney.gov, and by Town Fair Tire.
The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship for the 15th time.
By Shaw's and Star Market, your New England Honda dealers. Corona, Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Ram, Northeastern DeMoore McKim School of Business. The Antidosi Baking Company, your New England Cadillac dealers. And by DraftKings Sportsbook.
It is banner 17. The mission statement is mission accomplished. It is banner 18. The mission demanded is mission accomplished.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
You know exactly where we are and exactly what's about to unfold. TD Garden, Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. The opening tip brought to you by GoFoil. You can score 5 cents off per gallon with GoPay. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Go proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. See app for details. The Knicks tonight will wear the home white at TD Garden. Orange numbers, blue letters. They will go left to right. The Celtics will wear black tonight, hoping it is not for a funeral. Green letters and numbers. They will go left to right. And we enter Game 5 of a series that began here 9 days ago with nobody thinking the Celtics could lose. Tonight, Game 5 begins with no one thinking the Celtics can win. Porzingis wins the opening tip, and away we go. It's in the hands of Drew Holiday wearing the black T-shirt onto the black uniform. He shovels it to Derek White. Now the first touch for Porzingis against Karl Anthony Towns. Deep on the right side, couple of dribbles. Jaylen Brown comes to get it against Josh Hart. Shot clock at 8. Jaylen drives in the paint, kick out to the far corner. Horford, quick three, short front iron rebound, belongs to Towns. He pulls it away from Jaylen Brown. Mikal Bridges up the right side against Derek White. Derek White holds his ground. Bridges, high left-hand dribble, bullies him into the paint. Bridges, tough step back, got it. Those are the shots he's been hitting in the second half of games. He hits here to open Game 5. 2-0 New York. Jaylen Brown draws the early double team. Now bounce pass goes through Holiday, got deflected by Brunson and Anunoby, so it will be Boston ball.
Keep your nerves. Understand the pressure of the day. Pressure is only as much as you let it get there.
No, someone's going to lead by 10 at some point. Derek White inbound, and he hit the bottom of the backboard. It got deflected, and the Knicks have it. Jalen Brunson runs into the front court, misses a wide-open three, and the rebound for Jaylen Brown. That was bizarre. That looked like Bill Russell hitting the guide wire. Jaylen Brown moves into the corner. Derek White, plenty of time, knocks down a three.
And this is what has to happen. More of a facilitator in this game. Now, whoa.
Jaylen Brown jumps at Brunson, punches the ball away out of bounds. Knicks will keep it. They have 2 seconds to get it across the timeline.
Well, nobody understands that except you, as they let him get it across easily.
They did. Nobody challenged it. Josh Hart able to walk it across. Now Towns trying to keep Holiday at bay. Palming the ball with his right hand, using his left hand to push Holiday back. Moves into Josh Hart. Thought about the tough entry to Brunson. Instead returns to the Towns. 4 on the shot clock. Towns hounded by Holiday, exposing the ball. Gets knocked away. Hart saves it, runs into Holiday, and Holiday fouls Josh Hart 23.5 seconds into the shot clock.
No, Holiday was not fouled by him. What you see here is actually Hart just running into him. Smart play by Hart, though. That was about to be a turnover. He's been like a real glue guy and able to make plays when nothing was there for the Knicks.
Holiday picks up the foul. 1:28 seconds into Game 5. Celtics lead 3-2. Jalen Brunson moves it to the right side to Josh Hart. Hart holding it. One dribble, finds Towns. Quick deep three. No good. Rebound belongs to Holiday. Towns now just 1 of 11 from 3 in the series. Holiday, left-hand dribble, spins on Brunson, gets in deep, hangs in the air, runs it up, no good. Rebound punched by Porzingis, and Holiday's able to come out of the pack with it. Credit that for Porzingis. Derek White returns to Holiday left side, long cross court, gets to Jaylen Brown. Steps in on Brunson to the mid-block, spins, pump fake, steps through and scores with the left hand. That was a nice move down low.
Make it simple. Don't try to overpower your man. Take what the defense gives you. There's another thing that's happening. Brown getting up and guarding right now Brunson.
Yep. He's got the early assignment on Brunson here. 5-2 is the early Boston lead. Josh Hart. Bounce pass. Towns catches, attacks, and gets fouled by Horford. Horford jumped in the air vertically. He's not happy with the call, but early fouls here on Holiday and Horford.
Here's the thing you'll understand, too, in a game like this. Josh Hart is not going to shoot. But what Josh Hart is doing, he's a quarterback in the backfield with no pressure on him. So he can make an easier pass.
Towns here in the booze at the free throw line. Celtic fans right now in the building. There's not only nervous energy, they're looking for anything they can do to help what has suddenly, in this 10 days in which these two franchises have essentially, it feels like they've swapped bodies.
Why didn't they help
trying to do anything?
Help the Celtics in 82 when we got swept by the Bucks. Why didn't they 83? Why did they do that?
Well, because you lost on the road. That's why. In game 4. Karl Anthony Towns gets the free throws. One of the best shooting 7-footers in NBA history. 5-4. It's the Boston lead as we enter minute number 3 of game 5. Drew Holiday dribbles with the left hand around Bridges, gets in pretty deep, throws back to Porzingis, got a pretty good look, straight away 3, no good, wide right, rebound, Josh Hart can't grab it, and it goes out of bounds. Holiday let it go, and the Celtics will get it here. Got to win the shot margin, got to get all these loose balls.
You notice that Porzingis is not getting any good looks. That was a rush shot.
Either Porzingis or Towns shooting well from 3 in the series. Derek White in the corner, enters to Porzingis against Towns. Porzingis not even looking at the rim. Now, a couple of dribbles into the paint, knocks Towns away. He's going to be called for the offensive foul. So now you got fouls on Horford, Holiday, and Porzingis. 2 minutes and 36 seconds into game 5.
Use your energy, your anxious energy. Wasn't that much of a foul. You see the elbow. There you got it. Up in the shorts. Brown is going to try to jump the passing lane here in a minute.
Jaylen Brown guarding Brunson again as he comes across half court. Brunson left side of the floor, trying to spin away from Jaylen Brown. Can't do it. Jaylen reaching for the ball. Brunson turns, dribbles into the paint, muscles one up. Awkward shot, no good. He was trying to draw a foul. Jaylen Brown has the rebound, gets it away to Horford. Boston by 1. A lot of nervous energy. Derek White looking for an opening. He's got one, so he takes the 3 and drills it. Derek White, another hot start, just like game 4.
You need that from him. Coming out, you always can take the energy from a guy who is so positive shooting the basketball.
8-4 is the Celtics lead. Mikal Bridges into the front court. Al Horford down his defensive stance. Josh Hart has an opportunity to drive. Porzingis takes the rim away. Handoff Anunoby in the corner. Anunoby step back, finds Hart on the wing. Holiday playing off him. They dare him to shoot. He does, and he misses the 3. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Jaylen Brown. He got inside out on Anunoby, but he couldn't hang on to it, and the Knicks will get it back.
Can't give up any extra opportunities right now if the Celtics.
Crowd also is going to be extra anxious because to shout down the Knicks fans who are here. Under out of bounds all about to Bridges, who hits a 3.
That dude's been automatic here lately.
8-7, Boston by 1. Holiday. Bad entry, overshot Porzingis. Celtics turned it over.
They're trying to look to get Porzingis easy opportunities. Let him move without the basketball. Don't force the issue.
New York 2 of 6, Celtics 3 of 6. 8-7, Boston lead. Nearly 4 minutes gone in game 5. Jalen Brunson, left side of the floor, dribbling low, falls away on Porzingis. Tough shot is good. Brunson gives them the lead. Early timeout, Joe Mazzulla. Be interesting to see the adjustments. Joe's going to play this one very close to the vest with the season and the title defense on the line. 8:06 to go, opening quarter of game 5. New York 9, Boston 8 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This postseason, BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is making first field goal scorer wagers more exciting with Second Chance. Simply bet on any player to score the first field goal during any playoff game. If you're right, you win. But if your pick scores second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Grab the chance at getting your stake back at BetMGM, authorized gaming operator of the NBA. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Hey everyone, this is Adam from Central 44 Jeep Dodge Ram of Raynham. It's playoff time and we're bringing championship level deals all month long with employee plus pricing for everyone. Drive home a 2024 2500 regular cab for just $46,795 or lease an all new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo X for only $199 a month for 24 months. We're just minutes from anywhere, so it's the ultimate time to upgrade your ride. But act fast, just like the playoffs. When the clock runs out, it's game over on these deals. From our driveway to yours, Central 44 Raynham.
7,500 miles per year with $49.95 down. Must qualify for owner loyalty. Conquest must finance with Stellantis. Tax registration acquisition fees are additional.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
With Clinton Savings Bank Safeguard Mortgage, you can easily modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years of closing your loan for a low $250 fee. Visit us today.
Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender, NMLS number 422081.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Celtics playoff coverage presented by Amica, exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Celtics as the team defends its title. Visit Amica.com today to learn more about Amica's award-winning service. First time out of the game brought to you by Ramp. They'll take a time out from your day to do your expenses. Do it over 30,000 customers have done and switch your business to Ramp. Learn more at ramp.com/hub. Celtics trail 9-8. 8:06 to go. First quarter, early timeout. One of the earliest ones we've ever seen Joe Mazzulla take. Trying to feel out the lineup combinations. Who's on the floor? Mikal Bridges knocked down a couple of shots. Listen, Jalen Brunson has been Jalen Brunson. He's been brilliant, and he is one game away from carrying New York to where they haven't been in 25 years. You can make a legitimate case that Mikal Bridges has been the MVP of the series.
Well, Mikal Bridges in the second half has been really good. He shot the ball. Brunson, though, he is a beast.
And the Celtics taking the floor tonight with their best player in a hospital bed following the surgery yesterday. Wouldn't it be ironic if the Celtics somehow cobbled something together here, a little mini run, to do it against the New York Knicks, which is the birth of the Ewing theory, which says a team can play for a short period of time better without their best player. It's named after Patrick Ewing and the run to the 1999 finals. The last time the Knicks were in the finals was when Patrick Ewing got hurt and didn't play on that run. Out of the first time out, no changes on either side. Derek White now handling the ball, coming across half court, picked up by Brunson. Porzingis sets the screen. Derek White moving to his right, has Towns on him on the switch. Shot clock at 10. Jaylen Brown comes out to get it. Instead, the lob for Porzingis against the smaller Brunson. Porzingis pounds him, turns on Anunoby, comes to the backside, slaps the ball away. Porzingis turns it over. Josh Hart fell down. Anunoby trying to turn the corner, drives on Porzingis, stops in the paint, flips it up. No good. Offensive rebound. Towns, did he draw a foul? He did.
Foul here. I think they...
And it's a second foul on Holiday very early in Game 5.
I give him a shot for that, Towns. Should be a rebound. Talking about the second chance opportunities. Drew's coming out of this basketball game.
And now the wild card. The only player that the Knicks haven't had a great answer for throughout this series at any point has been Peyton Pritchard. And he will check in early to come get Drew Holiday. Now, this is where I said, and I'll do all my pregame stuff. Porzingis and Horford have to be huge defensively if you're going to have Pritchard and maybe Sam Hauser later in this game. You're going to have to be big at the rim. Knicks by 1. Now have Holiday out of the game. Bridges turns the corner. Pump fake on Pritchard. Fall away. No good. Back iron. Rebound. Jaylen Brown comes back to get it. He's going to have to get a bunch of those tonight. Jaylen into the front court against Bridges. Switches to the left hand. Holds it low. Attacks. Scoops. It won't get over the rim. And Hart flies in to grab that defensive rebound.
Just try to do it by yourself.
That's what he tried to do. Josh Hart goes the distance and scores over Porzingis.
Josh Hart makes that play all the time. Going back over his body.
7-0 New York run. Knicks lead by 3, 11-8. 5 minutes gone in Game 5 right now if you're syncing up with TV. Cross-court Horford. Anderson, Porzingis in the paint, rises and misses the layup. Rebound Anunoby. Porzingis misses another layup. Jalen Brunson into the front court, waiting for Peyton Pritchard to get set defensively now. He'll put it to the floor, throw that body into him. Pritchard trying to hold his ground. Brunson bumps him, turns, fades, tough shot, no good. Rebound, Al Horford battling with Josh Hart, and Horford deflects it out of bounds. And a hustle of Josh Hart creates another possession for New York. Tell you what, Pritchard has been the best Celtics defender against Brunson in the series. It's his body size and the low center of gravity.
Low center of gravity. But Brunson, what he does, he bulls him on the inside with that little fall away jump shot.
Under out of bounds, Towns has got it. Horford sides his feet in front of him. New York trying to add to a 3-point lead. Towns, right-hand dribble, coming strong, handoff, Josh Hart, and a lot of traffic blocked by Luke Cornett, who replaced Porzingis. And here's Jaylen Brown, running up the middle of the floor. Jaylen stops at the free throw line, kick out, open 3, trail for Derek White is good. Celtics getting open shots, they tied the game. Derek White started 3 for 3 from distance in Game 4. He has done that again here in Game 5, and we're tied at 11.
Brown finds the trailer.
Celtics have to play meticulously. Jalen Brunson, bounce pass for Josh Hart. Cornette back defensively. Hart going to return it to Anunoby. Steps back behind the line. His three short. Rebound Cornette. And here's Peyton Pritchard. Slowly up the middle of the floor. High left-hand dribble. Bridges waiting for him. Pritchard out of the logo. Celtics setting up offensively. Pritchard, here's the bounce entry. Jaylen Brown against Brunson. Jaylen Brown, one dribble, into the paint, going strong. Euro step, shovel pass to Cornette for a layup. How did Jaylen Brown find him on that wraparound?
Well, Jaylen knows they're coming towards him. This time he has to be the other facilitator again.
3 assists, 3 rebounds early for Jaylen Brown. 13-11, Boston by 2. Brunson, moving screen, set on him by Josh Hart. Bumped the defender away, and the Knicks turn it over.
Just tripped it.
Derek White racing past Towns. He's in deep and he scores. Knicks fell asleep defensively. And it's the Celtics who respond with a 7-0 run to grab their largest lead up by 4. 15-11. 5:17 to go in the first. Nothing about tomorrow matters at all right now. Hart, great backdoor bounce pass for Jalen Brunson. Got in behind Jaylen Brown. He scores. They both go tumbling to the ground, so it's 4-on-4. Derek White, pull up again. 3 again.
D-White.
Derek White has answered the bell here in Game 5. 4 of 4 from distance. He is 5 for 5. He's got 14 points. He's outscored the Knicks. Anunoby drives, blocked from behind, out of bounds by Luke Cornette.
Good job by Luke this time. Maybe get that ball before it came off his fingertips.
This could be a 45-minute game for Derek White tonight.
Well, either you're going home, all the 40s, whatever you want to have.
Tony Brothers will not put the ball in bounds yet. Joe Mazzulla.
No, he's telling the Celtic team
to sit down.
Oh, what the hell? What? I've never heard that before.
Under out of bounds into Josh Hart. Hand to Anunoby. Anunoby runs to the corner. Follow away 3. No good. Celtics had the rebound. It's in the hands of Pritchard. Boston by 5 on the ball. Pritchard into the front court. Uses the Cornette screen. Has Towns in front of him. Josh Hart trying to get there. Ball moved to the wing. Jaylen Brown. Couple of dribbles to the left hand. Pull up. Anunoby and Hart both there. So he kicks out to Pritchard. Going to aim at the deep 3. Short front iron. And the rebound, Anunoby. Jaylen Brown, though, making good decisions here. Out of the double team. Anunoby into the front court. Knocked away by Horford. Cornette the steal. Here's Pritchard the other way. 2-on-2. Pritchard turning Jalen Brunson around. Drop back for the trailer. Derek White again. Short on the 6th three-point attempt. And the rebound belongs to Josh Hart. Hart waiting for help. Hand to Brunson. Brunson, right-hand dribble. Pulls up on Jaylen Brown. Karl Anthony Towns. Wide open straightaway 3. Got it.
Luke left his man down.
He did.
And what he did, he went back trying to help out. But you got to remember, Karl Anthony Towns, very much like Porzingis when he's right.
18-16, Boston by 2. 3:45 to go in the first. Enter the Cornette, diagonal kick out. Jaylen Brown sets his feet, takes a long look at an open 3 and knocks it down.
Wow. I mean, you talking about set his feet.
Towns and Jaylen Brown just both had an hour to make those open shots. Jalen Brunson in the front court. Jaylen Brown is down. Brunson hit him. Hart is fouled by Luke Cornette. Josh Hart is down. Luke Cornette is calling the Knicks training staff on to look at Josh Hart. Meanwhile, Jaylen Brown got hit by Brunson.
Jaylen Brown is trying to say he got hit in the small part of his body with the elbow.
All right, Josh Hart is... They got a towel up to his face. I wonder if he was cut, and that's why Luke Cornette reacted that way. Hart not going to the locker room, towel against his face. We're going to get our first look. We do not have access to live replays here because of TNT, but we're about to see what happened on a delayed feed when Jalen Brunson came into the front court. Jaylen Brown just went down. Brunson brushed him or hit him or did something. And meanwhile, Cornette has blood on his elbow, so...
Yeah.
That probably is Josh Hart's blood.
Yeah,
Jaylen Brown is furious and telling Josh Tiven that Brunson elbowed me when he dribbled by. So let's see what Tony Brothers tells the crowd.
Ruling on the floor, defensive foul on Boston. The play is being reviewed to see if it's potentially flagrant.
So they're not reviewing the Brunson play because Hart is cut badly over that left eye. Now we're getting our first look. Brunson elbowed Jaylen Brown in the stomach and maybe lower. And Jaylen Brown went down. That went uncalled. Now, as Cornette went up to foul Hart, he rose his hands up in the air to try to block Hart's drive. As he did that, his left elbow hit the bridge of the nose near the, looks like the right eye or the left eye. So there's so much blood, it's actually hard to tell. It looks like it was over the left eye.
Yeah.
So
it really shouldn't be. I mean, Hart ran into him.
It was a bad cut.
Tony Brothers is trying to learn to use these microphones.
All this comes with 3:30 to go in the first quarter, and the Celtics leading by 5.
No, that shouldn't be. That was a basketball play.
It was a regular challenge, and as anyone who has any experience with combat sports will tell you, you know, an elbow, you throw an elbow in the wrong way, it can cut you easily. And Josh Hart drove into Cornette as Cornette's arms were going up in the air. So, and you could tell, you can always tell by body language if something was inadvertent or not. And we saw it was stunning because Jaylen Brown was down to the ground, and it was Luke Cornette going to the Knicks training staff trying to get them on the floor quickly because he knew he had cut Josh Hart.
What do you think I would have did?
But not that. So we got a couple of things going on here. The Jaylen Brunson elbow on Jaylen Brown is going to be completely forgotten by everybody but Jaylen Brown. That was never looked at by the officials or acknowledged.
Josh Hart looks for that contact all the time. He throws his head, he leads with his head.
And it's funny because if you're the Celtics, how far back can you go in a challenge? If you challenge this call, you would lose because it was a foul. But would you go back? You don't want to give up your challenge that way, but then they would go back and see the
foul by Cornette is a regular basketball play. Therefore, it's not flagrant. The contact is deemed incidental. Hart will go to the line for 2 shots, and we will play from there.
Tell you what, if they had called that as a foul, I'd have been like,
yeah, it was Jaylen Brunson was dribbling with his left hand. He put his right hand out, forearm and elbow, and he hit Jaylen Brown where you don't want to get hit.
Then over.
And interesting, with 3 officials and 20 cameras and everything else going on, that's going to go unacknowledged. Tell that's Jaylen Brown.
Oh.
A weird long stoppage here with 3:30 to go in the first quarter of Game 5. And what did we tell you about a wild card? Torrey Craig was going to be that guy. He's going to be the 3rd man off the Boston bench, and we're going to have a Sam Hauser sighting as well for the first time in the series.
Yeah, Boston right now, you have 4 fouls. So who's on the floor?
Mitchell Robinson.
Gonna start that or not?
Josh Hart gets the first free throw. Well, do the math. The Knicks have scored 17 points on 17 shots. So that's fairly inefficient offense. Talk about points per possession. That's what the whole thing, it's all a math equation. And then you have to factor into things like it's slowing down the game. Hart gets the free throws, 21-18, Boston by 3. Celtics with a makeshift lineup, as you can imagine, facing elimination here, reminiscent of 4 years ago at Brooklyn. Jaylen Brown against Jalen Brunson. Right-hand dribble drive in the paint, scoops off the glass, no good, offensive rebound, nobody boxed out Cornette. 2-hand slam on the putback, Celtics again by 5. And they're given the foul. Torrey Craig fouls Mitchell Robinson, and Hack-a-Mitch continues. It has been annoying to watch. However, it's worked. Mitchell Robinson, 7 of 23 in the series.
Being annoying. He put the guy to the line who's a horrible free throw shooter.
He's missed some bad ones in the series. Celtic fans now will rise behind the basket, wave their arms, do anything to try to make this experience even worse for Mitchell Robinson, who hits the first one. Knicks fans go crazy. It's a wild scene in New York to see 19,000 New Yorkers in a moment of compassion rallied behind Mitchell Robinson as he went to the free throw line. Now, the question is, if he makes both free throws here, do the Celtics continue to do it or not? Do you keep playing the numbers, or do you play the game situation? He bounces the second one in, and Mitchell Robinson gets them both. 23-20. Boston by 3. Get a minute 5 left, or you can still do it here in the quarter. 3 minutes remaining right now if you're syncing up with TNT. Boston leading by 3. Jaylen Brown straight away against Mikal Bridges. Pritchard sets the high screen. That's where the ball goes. Pritchard against Bridges. Pritchard puts it in the right hand. Bridges reaches forward. Pritchard step back. Now dribbles between the legs. Here's a nasty step back. 3 in the air. Short. Long rebound. Pritchard's got it. Attacks. Pull up at 10 feet. Misses the open jumper. And the rebound for Mitchell Robinson. A couple of open misses there from Pritchard. Now Deuce McBride in the game for the first time. He's hit some timely threes off offensive rebounds in the series. Bounce pass. Jalen Brunson in the paint. Run over the left hand. Banks it. No good. Offensive rebound. Mitchell Robinson can't get it to go. Great save by Torrey Craig, and the Celtics have it. Pritchard spins away from Mikal Bridges. Pritchard has it on the string. Lost on cross court. Sam Hauser. Now Jaylen Brown against McBride. Jalen tries to go right, and McBride can't slide his feet in time. That is the first foul. Picked up by the first team foul for New York with 2:14 to go in the first quarter. That'll bring us to the second timeout. 2:14 to go in the first quarter. Nobody knows quite what to make of this one yet. Boston 23, New York 20 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
You ready for the Celtics season? Yeah.
If you want your kids to love something,
big game for the Celtics tonight.
It's important to start them young. That's why Amica Insurance and the Celtic Shamrock Foundation are teaming up to improve access to early childhood education across New England so that the next generation gets the start they deserve. Amica Insurance is a proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple, like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB. That's code SPORTSHUB for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Strawberries, blueberries are fresh in and on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, get 1 pound strawberries or pint blueberries for just $1.97 each when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Yes, it's a very good time to get fresh strawberries and blueberries. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry, sale ends soon. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
No, it didn't take long for this one to get strange. We've had Josh Hart, as you like to say, get what?
Busted wide open. His face was a crimson mass.
And it really was. Off the elbow.
You act like the other times I'd say it was.
Well, you have exaggerated slightly over the years. Celtics, we've already had Sam Hauser, Torrey Craig in this game. Porzingis going to come back in after an ineffective 5 minutes to start this game. Celtics lead 23-20. There are so many amazing, remarkable things happening here. As the New York Knicks, with a number of scattered fans who've been able to get tickets and get in here from New York. Scattered, they're in the building. But ponder the fact that the Knicks, everyone knows it's been 25 years since they've been to the conference finals. They're on the verge of doing it tonight. The Knicks have been outscored in the playoffs. They have played 10 playoff games. They have now been outscored, with including the 3 points here. They've been outscored by 5 points so far in the playoffs. And they are can get to the conference finals tonight and get home court against Indiana. Ball moved left side. Hauser's three is no good. Rebound belongs to Bridges. You're putting Hauser in a tough spot tonight, asking him to make shots. And he is completely out of rhythm. It's like getting a pinch hitter off the bench to face a closer in the ninth inning. Jalen Brunson with the Knicks down by 3. Finds Anunoby, turns the corner, drives on Porzingis, kick out. Bridges steps past Pritchard, pulls up in close. This is the runner, offensive rebound. Mitchell Robinson throws it back down. He has been a monster on the glass. That's why the Celtics have tried to get him out of games. 23-22, Boston by 1. They had run away from Pritchard and knocks down an open 3.
Good pick, then set by Porzingis. Give him a little separation.
The Celtics wiped the floor with the Knicks in the regular season because they got so many open threes. Celtics tonight 6 of 12 from distance, but they only lead by 4. 26-22. Brunson into the left corner. 3 from McBride is good. And New York has answered as well. Chant of deuce coming up from the Knicks fans. 26-25. Pritchard returns to the Porzingis. He's going to force that 3. Front iron no good. Rebound tapped in the air. Jaylen Brown's got it. And he'll kick out. Hauser, corner, 3. Got it. What if Sam Hauser gets unlocked?
Second chance opportunities, both teams.
Celtics, just like game 3, a dominant start, shooting threes at the start. 7 of 14, but their lead is only 4. 48 seconds to go in the first. So New York is 3 of 8. Jalen Brunson. Now Hauser is the double team, so the bounce pass goes to the free throw line. Bridges pulls up, 12 feet. Jumper no good. He's making those all series. Rebound goes to Mitchell Robinson. You better believe that Luke Cornett just wrapped him up as if he was going to go for a belly-to-back suplex. Mitchell Robinson already had an offensive rebound put back about a minute ago. And as all of you in the locker room famously said about the Lakers in game 4, no more layups, no more putbacks for Mitchell Robinson. He's going to have to get free throws.
Should be. He's had 1 putback already.
Now he's made 2 free throws. 2 for 2 to start game 5. 9 of 25, 36% in the series. And he bounces one in. Knicks fans go crazy as Mitchell Robinson is 3 for 3. Now, this one is a little bit different in this situation because you're preventing a putback dunk as opposed to just hacking, which you can't do, but there's only 38 seconds left in the quarter. Mitchell Robinson is 4 for 4 from the line. 29-27. Boston by 2 on the ball, 2 for 1 here. Dangerous pass, and they turn it over. Anunoby blocked from behind by Porzingis. Knicks will get it, but Jaylen Brown, a bad entry pass to Peyton Pritchard. He's going to give the Knicks the ball back here. And New York will get the 2 for 1.
Wow. Hey, Pritchard has to get open there.
What did we say the Celtics can't do here with their season on the line? Turn it over. That's 5 turnovers in the first quarter. Under out of bounds, Anunoby. Left-hand dribble, step back on Hauser. 3 in the air, got it. And a killer turnover by the Celtics, and Jaylen Brown has given New York the lead, 30-29. And the 2 for 1 is gone. Margins. Well, the Knicks watch the Celtics go 7 of 14 from 3, and they've got the lead. Things going their way early. Jaylen Brown switches to the left hand, enters to Porzingis. He attacks and gets fouled. That's going to be a shooting situation with 9.2 to go in the quarter. Porzingis will get free throws. Even the free throws haven't been going for Porzingis. Just 9 of 13. Kristaps Porzingis was the X factor in the last 2 years against the New York Knicks. He is a big part of the reason the Celtics dominated New York in the series. He is 5 of 21 from the floor.
Robinson right now cut on the arm himself.
Fight night.
30-second officials final.
But just puts that much more pressure on Porzingis on the free throw line.
Funny thing is, the exact opposite numbers from game 4. Remember, we went to halftime. The Celtics took the first 15 free throws of game 4. Tonight, the Knicks have gotten the first 8 free throws of game 5 until Porzingis will shoot these after the little injury timeout here to patch up Mitchell Robinson. Think about the ebb and flow of a season that began here for the New York Knicks. Opening night, they watched the Celtics raise the championship banner on this floor and then proceed to bury them with an NBA record 29 made three-pointers. And full circle, 7 months later, the Knicks have a chance on this floor to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. And there's another crazy number about this series as Porzingis misses another free throw.
Body language, again, isn't good. You get a free throw like that, and what you do, you let him kind of wail in it because he had to sit there for a minute.
One of these bizarre things. The Knicks and Celtics, this is the 12th time they've met in the playoffs. Celtics have won 7. New York has won 4. All 4 times the Knicks have beaten the Celtics in the playoffs, they've eliminated them in Boston, including ending the new Big Three era last time they met 12 years ago. Porzingis gets 1 of 2 free throws, tie game, 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Brunson moving to his right, slides his feet, shovel pass in the paint. Bridges scores easily. Celtics got crossed up, surrender the lead, 1 second to go. Inbound, it's in the hands of Pritchard. He will launch from behind half court, sails it over the top of the backboard, and the Knicks survive the Celtics' barrage of Derek White threes, and they have the lead at the end of 1 in Game 5. New York 32, Boston 30 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Ooh, yeah!
That couldn't have been
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed, yeah. AKA, you're in the Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Ooh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
Well, we'll work on that.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a...
The NCAA Lacrosse Championships are coming to Gillette Stadium Memorial Day weekend, May 23rd through the 26th. The best men's and women's college lacrosse teams in the country. Bring the kids to Gillette Stadium, watch the action, and make memories. For tickets, visit ncaa.com/LAX tickets. And for more information, visit gilletstadium.com/NCAA.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
Looking to boost your career? UMass Lowell graduates enjoy the highest mid-career salaries among all public research universities in Massachusetts. Explore UMass Lowell's graduate degrees at uml.edu/online.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
To the second quarter we go in game number 5 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. The first quarter was brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. So we're going to get employee pricing of the full lineup of vehicles. Ford, from America, for America. The New York Knicks try to close it out. Lead by 2, 32-30. As we go to the second quarter, the Celtics shot 7 of 15 from 3. They made 3 more threes, but the Knicks got to the free throw line 8 times, including 4 for Mitchell Robinson. He made all 4. Those are the margins. 5 Boston turnovers led to 5 New York points. And again, the guy who has been the reason the Celtics have been so dominant against New York the last 2 years, Kristaps Porzingis, 0 for 3. 1 point from the free throw line. He was a -8 in his 8 minutes. In the other 4 minutes, the Celtics were a +6.
Well, and he'll have to do much better than that. You think about attacking the rim. You should never in a position where you think that Robinson's going to have more points than Porzingis. Robinson so far, Mitchell Robinson has 6 points. As you said, Porzingis has 1. Find a way. That's all you do. Just find a way.
Knicks ball to begin the second quarter. Celtics have Pritchard, Hauser, White, Horford, Porzingis on the floor. Knicks is about as deep as they go on the bench. Robinson, McBride, Payne out there with Townsend, Bridges, Brunson out of the game. Horford trying to hold his ground against Towns. Turns, flips it awkwardly with the right hand, failing contact. Shot is no good, but he gets a second foul on Al Horford. And the Knicks now with Towns likely to hit his free throws would be 10 of 10 from the line.
What I like to do in these situations basically is trying to come over with a good double team, force him to pass that basketball. All Anthony Towns so tough on the post. And he's going to take you inside and go with that ball away jump shot.
Golden State done tonight?
Hey, yeah. I think they are. And without Steph playing?
Not as of now, but
Steph not playing, yeah.
We don't know yet. Knicks would take their largest lead if Towns gets the second free throw. Celtics have led by 5. That was their largest lead. Leads haven't meant much, obviously, to the Celtics in the series. 14-point second-half leads in all games. Towns misses a free throw finally. New York lead is 3. 33-30. First possession for the Celtics here in the second quarter of Game 5. Derek White moving to his right. Bridges in front of him. Ball goes to Porzingis. Robinson comes out to challenge. Porzingis has the ball knocked away from behind by Pritchard. Saves it and going in and out. And then away from the ball, Porzingis got tangled up, fouled by Mitchell Robinson.
They called that on him, or they give it on Towns?
No, it's on Towns. Towns tripped him into Robinson. That's 2 fouls on Towns.
Towns hit him with the body as he came off. He bounced around. Like I used to be playing pinball in school.
Inbound, Pritchard, quick 3, no good back iron. The rebound belongs to Karl Anthony Towns. Boston +1 on the glass here. Cameron Payne has been a non-factor in the series to this point. Payne, right-hand dribble, angles in on Derek White, takes the Payne away. Payne dribbles it all the way back out, hand to Bridges. Bridges moving to his left. Horford comes to help out Hauser. So it's Bridges against Horford. Here's the bounce edge with Towns against Porzingis. Going to take the long jumper or a switch.
Gotta get your hands up. Keep your hands down, you're dead.
Offense is so easy for that guy. 35-30, largest lead for New York. In the corner, Horford up fakes. Bangs Bridges to the mid block. Horford muscles his way in and scores. I mean, he was not going to be denied there.
Yeah. Just kept going, kept going.
Al Horford, bully ball, 35-32, New York by 3. Bridges, right-hand dribble to the free throw line, hangs in the air, his jumper rims out, but a late foul called on Derek White.
Wow.
Didn't seem like a lot of contact. Derek White thought he pulled his hand away.
Sitting on the elbow.
Ooh.
I'm not sure about that one. Derek White kind of jumped by him. Ooh. Ooh.
And Joe Mazzulla is asking if you want to challenge. Basically, Derek White is saying it's not worth it. This is probably going to be 2 points here with Deuce McBride shooting free throws.
Man, had him in the air. Good defense there. Kind of folded for a minute as White went by.
McBride gets the free throws. Largest lead for New York, 37-32. Knicks by 5, 10:35 to go in the first half. Runs it out of the game, so is Jaylen Brown. Moving to his right is Derek White. He's going to pull up, force a 3 over Towns. No good. Rebound punch to the air. Knicks will get this one. Mitchell Robinson. Going to be tough for Boston to rebound here with the Twin Towers, Towns and Robinson, and Bridges drives in deep, falls away. Terrible shot. He was off balance. I don't know if he's trying to draw a foul or what. Holiday 2 early fouls back in the game, brings the Celtics into the offensive end. Drives on McBride. Euro step, kick out Horford. Touch pass in the corner, deflected by Bridges. He almost had the steal. Horford was looking for Pritchard in the corner, but Bridges saw it coming.
Pump fake, and then take the ball right towards the hole.
That dude has been worth 8 first-round picks in this series. Pritchard, inbound safely to Derek White. Boston down by 5, early second quarter. Derek White will back it out. Porzingis, tag screen. Derek White going to launch a 3. No good back iron. Horford gets to the rebound but can't control it. Bridges puts it up off the floor. Bridges keeps it away from Pritchard. Into the front court. Hand to Towns. Quick 3. Blocked by Derek White. And a loose ball foul on Karl Anthony Towns. Significant moment there. He tried to get the 3 up quickly. White had it scouted. He blocked the shot. Then Towns reached out quickly and fouled him. So now, with Brunson out of the game, Towns picks up a 3rd foul with 9:49 to go in the first half. And Celtic fans looking for any kind of crumb of momentum will take it.
That's a bad foul by him. Just grabbing his man like that in that situation.
Derek White has gone cold. He had his first 4 threes. Now he's missed 3 in a row. Guarded by Mikal Bridges. Derek White against Josh Hart. Long cross-court. Porzingis tries to go. Mitchell Robinson takes the paint away. Return to Derek White. Robinson's been great. White, bad entry. Deflected, stolen by Mitchell Robinson. Right on cue. He has been tremendous in this series. New York by 5 on the ball. Cameron Payne deep on the left side against Pritchard. Moves into the corner. McBride dribbles around Al Horford into the paint. Forces a pass to the far corner. Bridges touches it back to McBride. McBride against Holiday. Shot clock down to 4. Holiday slides his feet. McBride has to force a 3. Tough shot is good. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla. The Knick fans get brasher. They get louder as the lead gets larger. 9:08 to go in the first half of Game 5. New York 40, Boston 32 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Hey, basketball fans, ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
110 Grill in Saugus is the perfect place to get together with friends and family. Thanks to their award-winning allergy commitment, 100% of their main menu can be prepared gluten-free. Visit them in Saugus today or find another location near you. Head to 110grill.com. 110 is a proud partner of the NBA champion Boston Celtics.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Big thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity. For every three-pointer Boston hits this month, they'll donate $33 to one mission, helping kids fight cancer. Up to $10,000. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way. Proud to be local, always original.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Celtics trail by 8. This is the largest lead for New York virtually in the series, except for that brief moment when they went up by 10 late after the Tatum injury in game number 4. Celtics have made 7 threes, thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity, donating $33 to one mission. They donated $10,000 when it was all said and done. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way. Proud to be local, always original. And there's a lot of different guys to choose from. Obviously, Brunson's been great. In the series now, to this point, with Mitchell Robinson on the floor, the Knicks are a plus 44. With him off the floor, they're a minus 46. That's a staggering disparity.
Yeah, and you think of him as a non-scorer, but what he does, he rebounds and he blocks shots.
And on the other side of it, the Celtics are now minus 12 in the series with Porzingis. Which makes them plus 14 when he's off.
Porzingis is now at the game. Celtics going smaller. Joe Mazzulla has given Porzingis a couple opportunities.
He did. Porzingis just never had it in the series. Never had it.
Well, still you got another half to go.
And it's funny, if you think back to game 2, he was better in the second half of the game than he was in his first stints in the first half. The Celtics, 18 of their 28 shots have been threes. Got to figure out a way now with Jaylen Brown back in the game to get to the rim. They trail by 8. Derek White forces it into Drew Holiday. Holiday pump fake on Payne, draws contact, runs it up no good, but Holiday will get free throws. That's the other thing. That free throw margin here is 12-2 in favor of New York.
Well, they've been trying to do this early in games, trying to get Drew Holiday involved in games on the post because he's so much stronger than the smaller guys around him. But the Celtics have not really found the rhythm to get into basketball.
Knicks had that, what appeared to be an outlier shooting night from 3 in game 1. Game that they won in overtime. They were 5 of 11 to start game 5. First free throw is good for Drew Holiday. He's had his moments in the series, but again, run down the roster and find me a Celtic. You say, man, he's been great in this series. As Holiday misses a free throw. Celtics are 2 of 4 from the line. New York is 11 of 12. Knicks by 7 and the ball. Brunson out of the game and Towns on the bench with 3 fouls. Bridges turns the corner, drives, bumps into Horford, lost the ball, enters to Josh Hart. Hart flips it up and gets the bounce.
Dave getting a small bounce.
Largest lead for New York, up by 9. Derek White turns the corner, attacks, runs it past Campaign, draws the foul. Could have easily been an and one, but Derek White couldn't get the layup to go.
Miss Brown driving right towards the hole now.
You're facing elimination. We've seen this over the years many times. You play tight and uncertain, or you play free and easy. And the Celtics are playing tight here in the first half.
A little tight right now. And the Knicks are playing right now loosey-goosey.
Well, what the Knicks are going to do here, playing with the lead in the first half. Derek White gets the first free throw. Obviously, the Knicks' best first half in the series by a wide margin.
Derek White's just been a man right now.
Derek White has 16 points. 16 of the Celtics, 35 in the first half. That's the good news. The bad news is Boston down by a touchdown here with 8:25 to go in the first half with both Brunson and Towns out of the game. Brunson is regular rest. Towns with 3 fouls. Bridges straight away. Horford waiting for him at the three-point line. Bridges down the right side. Gets in deep. Scoops. Misses the shot. He went in too hard. And the rebound for Derek White. Holiday. Long diagonal lead. Pritchard's got it. McBride stays in front of him. Pritchard kick out Horford. Return to Pritchard. Holiday trying to get free in the paint against Cameron Payne. Payne has him hooked. Ball in the hands of Pritchard. Still 10 on the shot clock. Pritchard driving on Mitchell Robinson. Backs it up behind the line and lobs an entry. Bad pass. Horford saved it, making a great play, knocking it off McBride, but the Celtics only have 3 seconds to shoot.
Gotta be Horford. You gotta get that basketball. I mean, I'm knocking one of them little guys to Mars.
See if those little plays, play here by Horford, see if it pays off. Holiday, under out of bounds. Horford, up fakes, drives to the elbow. His jumper got blocked from behind. Hits the rim, loose ball, and of course, like every other loose ball, it's gobbled up by Josh Hart. Knicks by 7. Hart galloping past Horford, falls down, and the rebound of an ugly missed shot by Jaylen Brown. Hart trying to draw a foul, didn't get it. Jaylen goes the distance, lays it in. Went right down the middle, just like Tatum at the end of game 2. Boston within 5, 42-37. McBride pull up on Horford. 3 though, rims out. Rebound Drew Holiday. Celtics can make it a one-possession game here. Holiday keeps it away from Josh Hart. Drew Holiday in the paint. Dotted line kick out. Pritchard moves it to Horford. Corner 3. Got it.
Slow passing. Rotating. Play on your defensive end.
You know what a wise man once told me? What makes you laugh makes you cry. 42-40. New York lead down to 2. Backcourt violation. Celtics put some pressure on. We can't, from our angle, you can't see anything, but obviously that ball went back across half court slightly, and New York turns it over. Boy, the Knicks had a chance to take a double-digit lead not that long ago. Now their lead is 2, and the Celtics have it with 7:07 to go in the first half.
Good response here by the Celtics.
Derek White out of the logo. Against Cameron Payne. Horford sets the screen. Derek White moves to his left. Knicks get unsettled when Brunson's down on the floor. And there's a foul. I think they're going to get Payne here. Yeah, he got too aggressive on that little brush screen. And the Knicks are over the limit. A terrible foul by Cameron Payne.
Terrible. Look what this is. Terrible foul. Bill Walton right now is just jumping up like horrible.
So free throws coming for Drew Holiday to try to tie it as Brunson returns, giving us 10 seconds for station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. Media Group Station.
Randy and Max at a sold-out TD Garden. If you didn't think the Celtics were tight anyway, Porzingis has missed a free throw. Holiday just missed another one. A 90% free throw shooter has missed 2 of 3 from the line.
Holiday right now is talking to Josh Hart.
Second one's good. 8 straight for the Celtics. 42-41. New York a 1-point lead in the ball, but that man is back in, and he's got it now. Jalen Brunson, guarded by Jaylen Brown. Brunson across half court. Left-hand dribble, uses the screen, moving to his left. Jalen stays in front of him. Brunson steps through and puts it off the window and in. He's got that hesitation move down pat. 44-41, New York by 3. 6.5 to go, second quarter. Pull up 3 by Jaylen Brown is good. And he got knocked down. No call, but we've got a tie game.
Wow.
Celtics shooting 45% from three. They may have to shoot better than that to survive. Tie game, 6:17 to go first half. Jalen Brunson. Horford shows help on Pritchard with Pritchard. Brunson, awkward kick out, gets it back in the corner. Pritchard in front of him, shot clock down to 6. Brunson, double team comes from Holiday, shoots over it, misses. Rebound, knocked away by Josh Hart, out of bounds, Boston ball. Brunson wanted a foul, didn't get it.
Josh Hart got inside out again. About to put a body on him.
Brunson thought somebody got his landing space there. Tie game. We're about to hit the midway point of the second quarter right now. 6 minutes if you're syncing up with TNT. Tie score is 44. Jaylen Brown deep on the left side. Anunoby now will guard Jaylen Brown. They get Brunson on the switch. Jaylen, pull up, 17 feet, swish.
House and house.
He's answered the bell. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for Jaylen Brown in the first half. Boston by 2. Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to get done tonight. Celtics have climbed out of a 9-point hole to take the lead. McBride for Anunoby. Steps back on Derek White, no shot available. Returns it to McBride, shot clock at 6. McBride, right-hand dribble. Pritchard comes to help, kick to the corner. Brunson, pretty good look at a 3, swish.
Wow. And in the face, just knocked it down.
Brunson's got it going early tonight. He's got 9. Celtics trail. Holiday drives. Horford touches it out of the wing for Jaylen Brown. Right-hand dribble. Hart waiting for him at the timeline. Jaylen turned back, muscles one up from the elbow. Forced it, no good. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson. New York by 1 and the ball. 5:02 to go, first half. Josh Hart driving on Al Horford. Gets in deep. Almost ran himself out of bounds. Has to pull it back out to the wing. And to Brunson. Brunson turns the corner, gets to his spot at 15 feet, but he missed the wide-open jumper. Offensive rebound, Mitchell Robinson. Kick out, open, Anunoby 3. He missed it. Rebound, Jaylen Brown. That is a big miss by Anunoby. Bodies flying everywhere. That frees Horford. Found by Holiday, two-hand slam. Horford knocked Brunson down, so he was all alone for that dunk.
Brunson trying to take a fake charge there.
And letting them play tonight, 48-47. Boston by 1. Jalen Brunson in the paint, runs it up and in. 2 long steps, he went around Horford and Holiday. Jalen Brunson is doing the Jalen Brunson thing in the first half tonight. He's up to 11, 49-48, New York with the lead. Jaylen Brown backs it out. Finds Pritchard, up fakes, pretty good look, steps into it, left side 3, got it.
You ain't going down. You're going down, swinging and kicking tight.
Celtics 10 of 21 from distance at a 2-point lead, 51-49. 3:53 to go in the first half. Got to get something going inside. They got to make their free throws. 9 of the shot clock for Brunson. Brunson pull up. Ooh, almost traveled. Gets it back from Mitchell Robinson. Brunson, left side of the floor, turns the corner on Pritchard. Bounce pass into the corner. Hart launches and hits. It is a 3. Hart has been on point all series. New York by 1. Jaylen Brown is knocked away by Anunoby. Saved to the 3-point line by Horford. He tried to hand it to Derek White. Derek White left the spot. They don't communicate. A Boston turnover. And the Knicks have a 1-point lead and the ball with 3:23 to go in the first half. Nothing pretty about this. Let's go Knicks chant picked up by the New York fans. Celtic fans try to boo them quiet. Jalen Brunson start and stop on Pritchard. Baseline extended. Bounce pass kick out. Harday's open for another 3. Back-to-back threes by Josh Hart, and the Celtics trail by 4.
You don't see Josh Hart hitting those shots, but tonight everything's going for the Knicks.
7 of 20 in the series. 55-51. Knicks are 8 of 17 from 3. Jaylen Brown. Tag screen from Derek White. Finds it. Derek White is open. Another 3. Derek White's made 5 of them in the first half. It's a 1-point game. And the only question left, can the Knicks win a 3-point shooting contest against the Celtics even without Tatum if that's what this evolves into? Boston 11 of 22. New York 8 of 17. 55-54. New York by 1. Brunson across half court. Jaylen Brown trying to fight through Josh Hart to stay in front of Brunson. He drives left side, kicks it out. Awkward pass. McBride has it. Shovels to Anunoby. Up fakes on Derek White. Fumbles the ball. And they're calling a foul on Holiday. He can't believe it. Anunoby went into him out of control. This might be a challenge situation.
Well
this is a big call because it would be the 3rd on Holiday.
Ooh.
We're going to have a timeout anyway while the Celtics decide if they want to challenge a third foul on Holiday. 2:16 to go. First half of Game 5. New York 55, Boston 54 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew, including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7, and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at Golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
We only get 48 minutes together. A few times a week, a few months a year. 48 minutes.
Big game for the Celtics tonight.
Where the 72,000 square miles of New England are focused on nothing but 94 feet of parquet. Because it's us versus the world, and the world versus the world champs. At Amica, we show up for New England, like New England shows up for the Celtics.
Are you sick and tired of paying high prices for Continental tires? Then get to Town Fair Tire for the lowest price you'll find anywhere. Yes, the guaranteed lowest price on every Continental tire. Plus, at Town Fair, you get free services for life. Think about it. Why look anywhere else for Continental tires when Town Fair gives you the guaranteed lowest price plus free services for life? Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire. The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
55-54. New York a 1-point lead with 2:16 to go in the first half. No challenge. Going to be a third foul on Holiday. It was a bang-bang call. Holiday was moving. Anunoby went in out of control without question.
Yeah. Holiday guessed the right way. It was a Euro step. He planted his feet, but it looked like there was still a little bit of movement with the body.
The Celtics can't shoot it any better than this. 51% from the floor, 11 of 22 from 3. But they're not getting to the line. And what we said at the start of the night, every possession is so valuable. And the difference in the game right now is points off turnovers. 11-3 in favor of New York in a game they lead by 1. They've been winning the margins for several games now. They had their best offensive half of the series in the second half of Game 4. And they've been just as good in the first half of Game 5. Is the Knicks shooting sustainable?
They're not getting shots here, are they? Yeah. Getting them shots. I know he ran into him, but it did look like he was trying to shoot the basketball. Wow.
Strange series for Anunoby. Played well in Game 4. He was the best player on the floor in Game 1. He was invisible in 2 and 3. But the Knicks, when you think about the season they have had, as Anunoby gets the bounce on the first free throw, and they're getting the bounces tonight. All year long, the minute police were after Tom Thibodeau. Playing guys too many minutes. The Cavs and the Celtics managed the 82 games, bubble-wrapped all their key guys. And at the end of the year, the Cavs were an injury shell, the Celtics are an injury shell, and who's the healthiest team left? It's the New York Knicks, who lead by 3, 57-54. 2:05 to go in the first half. Drew Holiday finds Jaylen Brown and ties it with another 3. The Celtics are hanging in there, but is the shooting sustainable? 12 of 23 from distance. We're tied at 57. Jalen Brunson into the front court. Drew Holiday cannot pick up that 4th foul. Brunson turns the corner. Holiday waiting for him. Pritchard gets there. Brunson's had trouble with Pritchard in the series. At the elbow, throws the left shoulder into him. Brunson turns and it's traffic, stumbles, brings it up and in, scoring the foul. It looked like he tripped over Al Horford. And now you got 3 fouls on Holiday and Horford with 1:36 to go in the first half. Brunson spun right into Horford brilliantly.
But here's the thing I think you should do quicker. You go double team the basketball. If he's that low on the post, you let him operate.
There's confusion on the Boston bench as to who they need to get in here. It's going to be Hauser. Brunson, a rare miss of a free throw. Porzingis in to try to get something out of him here with the final 90 seconds of the first half. Boston down by 2, 59-57. 1:27 to go in the first half. Jaylen Brown. Trouble with Mitchell Robinson, who's been amazing in this series. Jaylen Brown puts it in his right hand. Jaylen backs it up. He's going to have to make a play here. 5 on the shot clock. Jaylen Brown pulls up. Right elbow jumper. Got it. Boy, Jaylen Brown has answered the call here in Game 5. 17-6-6 in the first half. Tied at 59. Jalen Brunson against Jaylen Brown. We're about to enter the final minute of the first half right now. Anunoby against Derek White. Deep on the right side. One dribble, step back, 18-footer for Anunoby, way short. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson. Shovels back to an open Anunoby. Free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound, Horford. Man, Anunoby's missed a bunch of open shots. Jaylen Brown into the front court. Stop and start on Brunson. Spins in the paint. Kick out to the trailer. White finds the open. Pritchard, his three. No good front iron. Offensive rebound. Jaylen Brown could not tap it back. And here come the Knicks. Jalen Brunson running into the front court. Bad pass. He overshoots Anunoby by a mile. And a rare mistake by Jalen Brunson gives Boston the ball with 33.1 to go in a tied first half.
Brown just came in nicely then.
As Joe Mazzulla has gotten Horford and Holiday out of the game with 3 fouls. So Pritchard and Hauser out there with White, Porzingis, and Jaylen Brown. Celtics will not rush for the 2-for-1. Trying to get one good shot here. 27 seconds to go. Derek White out of the logo. Bridges making eye contact, bending the knees in front of him. Porzingis comes out, sets the screen, 8 on the shot clock. Derek White against Robinson. Here comes Brunson on the double team, 4 on the shot clock. White crazy, fall away 3, no good. Terrible shot. Rebound Anunoby, outlet fielded by Brunson. Plenty of time, 8 seconds to go. Derek White runs up the back of Brunson, jostles him off balance. Could have been a foul, it wasn't. Brunson runs into Derek White, knocks him backwards. Brunson attacks, floats, does not get the bounce, and that's how the first half will come to an end. Man, they let Brunson and Derek White play on that last possession. The Celtics cobbling together lineups, cobbling together shots, and cobbling together a 59-point first half that has us right back where we started with the Celtics and their title defense facing elimination. It is halftime of Game 5. Boston 59, New York 59 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Cadillac knows that icons aren't just born, they're made. Just like the vibrant all-electric Lyric. Elevate your style in a Cadillac. The official luxury vehicle of the Boston Celtics and me, Cedric Maxwell.
Winter is finally behind us, so it's time for your car to get a spring refresh. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get your car ready for all your spring and summer adventures. Their services are done while you remain in your vehicle, and no appointment is needed. Stop in whenever you have 15 minutes to spare. Plus, get ahead of summer heat with a quick air conditioning system recharge. Go to NewEnglandOilChange.com to save on your next visit and see your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of sunny days ahead.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
Win some, lose some, but always be in the know. At DraftKings, we put your play and performance history all in one place with the My Stat Sheet tool. Get a breakdown of your recent activity with an overview of your deposits, withdrawals, contests, wagers, and more. Use My Stat Sheet to stay on top of your spending so you can stay on top of your game. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
At the Damore McKim School of Business at Northeastern University, you'll prepare to lead with impact through transformative experiences. Learn more at their weekly admissions events and save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
Hey, it's Felger here for Cambridge Savings Bank, my official bank. Whether you're looking to grow your successful business or start a new venture, count on Cambridge Savings Bank for service and support at every step of your journey. Member FDIC.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
55-51. Knicks are 8 of 17 from 3. Jaylen Brown, tag screen from Derek White, finds him. Derek White is open, another three. Derek White's made 5 of them in the first half. It's a 1-point game. And the only question left, can the Knicks win a 3-point shooting contest against the Celtics even without Tatum, if that's what this evolves into?
Well, welcome into Celtics halftime. I'm Joe Murray, and well, who would have thought? 59 at halftime. That's the score. 59 all. It's a lot of points. And of course, the player taking care of business in the first half is Derek White, sponsored by Cambridge Savings Bank. Taking care of business starts with a great team. And with CSB, you get a partner who puts you first so you can focus on what matters most. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC. So there's a tie game. It's the first time there's been a tie game in the series. The Celtics have led every single game. Of course, they're without Jayson Tatum tonight. And of course, first half as well. Started off by Derek White with his 19 points, 6 of 10 from the field. He's played 20 minutes, 5 of 9 from downtown. He's got 2 rebounds in this one, 2 turnovers. He's a +5, 19 points. Now, without Jayson Tatum tonight, really going to have to lean on Jaylen Brown. And, well, he had a pretty good first half. 21 minutes, 7-11 from the field. Went 3 for 3 from downtown. He has 7 rebounds, 6 assists. He's close to a triple-double. And he also had this basket.
2:05 to go in the first half. Drew Holiday finds Jaylen Brown and ties it with another 3. The Celtics are hanging in there. But is the shooting sustainable? 12 of 23 from distance. We're tied at 57.
There it is. Wants to play more. Wants to be the star. So far, doing well. Almost a triple-double there in the first half. Now look at the rest of the starters at the moment. Al Horford's played 20 minutes. He's had 7 points. So 7, 2, and 1. 1 assist. He also has 1 block as well. Hopefully you see a little bit more. Kristaps Porzingis continues to struggle. He played 11 minutes, went 0 for 3 from the field, missed both his threes, went to the free throw line again and went 1 for 2. He has 1 point. He's a -12, and he was replaced late in the first half. Drew Holiday's only had 1 shot in the game in 13 minutes, does have 4 rebounds and 2 assists and 2 points, but one of the players who's going to have to make one of the biggest differences in this game when he plays minutes, they do well. His name is Peyton Pritchard. Let's hear from Peyton Pritchard.
23-22, Boston by 1. They run away from Pritchard and knocks down an open 3.
The pick then set by Porzingis. Give him a little separation.
The Celtics wipe the floor with the Knicks in the regular season because they got so many open 3s.
Another one there. Celtics shot 12 of 25. That's 48% in the first half. They might have to do better than that to win this game tonight. But Pritchard, 6 points, 2 of 7 from 3. He's got a rebound and an assist. Also, Luke Kornet's played 7 minutes in this one. 4 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. He's doing it all. Sam Hauser seeing his first action since game 1 with an ankle injury. He played 5 minutes and he hit a 3. Maybe they could use more of that. And even Torrey Craig got in on the action in this one. He played 1 minute and had 1 rebound. As for New York, Jalen Brunson's 12 points. Karl Anthony Towns has 8, and Josh Hart is 12. Off the bench, Mitchell Robinson, 6 points. Miles McBride has 8. So, Celtics trail 3-1. They win tonight. There'll be a game 6 in New York on Friday night. It's tied 59-59 at the moment. And we'll see what we get out of Jaylen Brown, who has 17 first-half points, along with Derek White. And if you want to look at the free throw matchups, Celtics are 5 of 8. New York is 13 for 15. We'll look at the sports hub headlines coming up in a little bit. But first, let's get the music of the game. Music of the game brought to you by Live Nation. Global superstar The Weeknd presents After Hours Till Dawn Tour with Playboy Cardi and Mike Dean live at Gillette Stadium on June 11th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Celtics and Knicks, Game 5, tied at 59. I'm Joe Murray. We'll get your Sports Hub headlines coming up next here on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
This postseason, BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is making first field goal scorer wagers more exciting with Second Chance. Simply bet on any player to score the first field goal during any playoff game. If you're right, you win. But if your pick scores second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Grab the chance at getting your stake back at BetMGM, authorized gaming operator of the NBA. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Hey everyone, this is Adam from Central 44 Jeep Dodge Ram of Raynham. This month only, we're giving everyone Employee Plus pricing. Drive home a 2024 Ram 2500 regular cab for just $46,795. That's a massive $10,000 in savings. We're just minutes from anywhere, so it's the ultimate time to upgrade your ride. But hurry in. These prices disappear after the event ends. From our driver to yours, Central 44 Raynham.
Are interest rates keeping you from getting a new home or refinancing your existing home? At Clinton Savings Bank, we offer a wide range of mortgage programs, including our 5-1 adjustable rate product with a rate as low as 6.125%. This low rate is fixed for the next 5 years. Call John Ryan or Steve Turbide today and let them walk you through the mortgage process. Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender, NMLS number 422081. Call 888-744-4272 for details about credit costs and terms. All loans subject to credit approval.
Got a chip in your windshield? Don't stress. Autoglass Now's got you covered. Autoglass Now provides fast and reliable repairs. Call or visit Autoglass Now and they'll get you scheduled today.
Autoglass Now gets you Autoglass Now.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Celtics Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Amica Insurance. They're proud to be the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the 18-time champion Boston Celtics. When it comes to protecting the life you built, trust your insurance need to Amica's award-winning service. Visit amica.com and get a quote today. And Brex, a leading AI-powered spend platform for modern companies. Proud to be the official corporate card and spend management partner of the Boston Celtics. Visit Brex.com today to get started. From the home of the Celtics, thank you for joining our winning team.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Scoreboard is brought to you by Town Fair Tire for the guaranteed lowest prices on tire. Gotta call Town Fair Tire because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Later on tonight, Game 5 between the Warriors and T-Wolves. Minnesota leads that series 3-1. Red Sox, they trail Detroit right now 5-2 in the 5th inning. They also placed Tanner Houck on the 15-day injured list. And the Patriots' schedule has been released. They'll open the season hosting the Vegas Raiders at 1 p.m. 3 out of their 4 games are at home, and then they'll go on the road to Buffalo. They will play nationally televised games this year. They'll have a Thursday night football game against the Jets. They'll play Monday Night Football versus the Giants, and they'll also play a Sunday Night Football game against Buffalo. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive to oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. The second half's next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
When you compete with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
The
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple, like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB. That's code SPORTSHUB for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Hey, it's Felger here, and people know I hate wasting time. Did you know that the average finance team wastes over 200 hours per year on expense reports? That's why here at the Sports Hub, we use Ramp. Ramp is a corporate card that automates away your entire expense process. The moment your team makes a purchase, Ramp handles everything. Receipt matching, categorization, approvals, you name it. Over 30,000 businesses, including yours truly, trusts Ramp. So visit ramp.com/hub to learn more.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Big thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity. For every three-pointer Boston hits this month, they'll donate $33 to one mission, helping kids fight cancer. Up to $10,000. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way. Proud to be local, always original.
At the Damore McKim School of Business at Northeastern University, you'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Learn more at their weekly admissions events and save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Kelly's Roast Beef is now serving Worcester. Since 1951, Kelly's has been stacking up mouth-watering made-to-order sandwiches like their famous roast beef, slow-roasted, thinly sliced, and piled high. Kelly's is the home of the original three-way, roast beef, American cheese, mayo, and James River barbecue sauce, a New England classic. Add fries and a shake, and you've got a meal to remember. For lunch, dinner, or a quick bite, Kelly's in Worcester delivers flavor fast and fresh every time. See why Kelly's Roast Beef is a New England legend in Worcester or kellysroastbeef.com. Kelly's Roast Beef, where the original still tastes best.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
This is Reliving the Green.
What a pass by DJ! 42 for Paul Pierce! A three-pointer for Danny A! KG is locked and loaded tonight.
A look back at this date in Celtics history.
Burns on the rebound and goes now to Carr. Carr fiddling with it. Looks like it's over! It's over! The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship in 1981. It's all over. The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship in 1981. They have beaten the Houston Rockets 4 games to 2, and they have become the 14th flag winners for the Boston Garden.
44 years ago tonight at the Summit in Houston, the Celtics became the champions in 1981, and the Finals MVP that year is sitting next to me right now.
Well, those were some great days, and now we'll move past this and see if they're going to be the greater days.
Will there be any more days for the Celtics this year? That's what we're about to find out. Knicks with the ball to begin the third quarter in a tie game. Celtics have come from down 9 to tie it. Josh Hart and Jaylen Brown pushing and shoving each other. This was escalating. The officials let it go, and finally they blow the play down, and the teams have to be separated. Remember the ramp up. Jaylen Brown got elbowed low from Jalen Brunson in the first half. That went uncalled. So Jaylen Brown has been seething about that the entire game. He and Josh Hart got a little aggressive with each other. They are barking back and forth. They're still barking. Jaylen Brown now with a smile on his face as they have to be separated.
Ooh-wee.
And when it seems like the world is against you, What everybody in this building wants to see is some fight.
Well, get technical on both sides, probably, I would assume.
The first foul, there was a foul called on Jaylen Brown. Then Jaylen
on the play, we
away.
have
Josh
a
Hart
personal
shoves it
foul
back.
on Brown, a technical on
Here's
Brown,
Tony
and a
Brothers.
technical on Hart. The technical fouls are all set. It will be New York ball on the side.
What Brown was talking about initially was Hart hit him one time, then Hart hit him high again. Dude, love this kind of stuff.
The good news is the Celtics have come from down 9 to tie it. The better news, they're shooting it great. Bad news is the game is still tied here, and the Knicks have completely dominated the second halves in this series. Can the Celtics turn that around? Can they win a close game? Jaylen Brown is still unhappy with the double text. Feeling he has gotten the short end of it here. Jalen Brunson, right-hand dribble. Cornette shows help defensively. Kick out. Josh Hart, straightaway three. There's your answer. Josh Hart gives New York the lead.
I want to stay with Josh Hart right now.
Josh Hart is 3 of 4 from distance. 62-59. New York by 3. Luke Cornette, handoff Derek White. That's off to another super hot start.
Go by Derek.
Leading the NBA in first quarter threes. Remember, Towns playing with 3 fouls. So is Drew Holiday, who drives here, bumps it. Brunson rises, scores with the left hand, and the foul.
Yeah, you want to be aggressive? You want aggression? That's what Drew Holiday's game is. This time goes right into the body then of Brunson.
A simple question you have to ask everybody in the locker room right now. Do you want to keep playing with this group?
There you go. Do you want to keep playing, period?
Everybody knows the specter of what is to come. Holiday misses another free throw, but the rebound volleyed all the way out to him. Holiday goes cross-court. Jaylen Brown wants to drive on Brunson. He goes past him, lays it up in the left hand, no good. Offensive rebound, Luke Cornette starting here for Porzingis. Puts it back up and in. Celtics have the lead. Cornette has been good. Porzingis has essentially played himself out of this series. Brunson has the ball punched away by Jaylen Brown, who dives to save it from going out of bounds into the hands of Cornette. Fans love every second. Derek White for Al Horford in the corner. Finds Jaylen Brown and joins the play. Attacks and gets fouled. And the Celtics now winning the hustle plays, winning the 50-50 plays, and they are going to have to find a way with this group to cobble it together, and that is how this is done.
That is how you do it. That's how legends are made. This time, quick play, being aggressive on the defensive end. Marshawn just able to grab that basketball and fling it back in.
So as well as he has played, as aggressive as he has been, these are the first free throws for Jaylen Brown here in Game 5. 17, 7, and 6. And we've only played a minute 23 of the third quarter. First free throw right down the middle. That new routine has made him a much better free throw shooter with the breathing.
You were talking about before about the time, but it's not even close to what other guys do. It takes
namely Giannis.
1,001.
He put we're at 4 now. We're at 5, 6, 7. He'll get this one off. Okay. Right around 10 seconds. But the point is that what now he does to get the breathing, he pins the ball against his left hip. Free throw is good for Jaylen Brown. 6 straight for the Celtics. They lead by 3, 65-62 after Hart opened the third quarter with a 3. Brunson against Luke Cornette. Jump pass. Josh Hart drops it. Derek White almost ripped it away. Hart's able to save it. Picks up his dribble. Hart flips it out to Mikal Bridges. Bridges tries the left side. Cornette in front of him. Bridges throws it back to Josh Hart, who is open again. 3 again. I know you got to leave somebody open, but Josh Hart's killing you. Derek White catches the trail 3 attempt and drills it. 6th of the night for Derek White. Celtics have the lead. Josh Hart racing the other way. Blocked from behind by Cornette, but they're calling the foul.
He's down.
Immediately, all eyes, including on the Celtics bench, go to the Jumbotron. And if it's Horford, it's his 4th. You can't, the first replay from up top, you can't see where the contact was. Celtics are not challenging, so Horford's got 4 fouls now. Josh Hart calmly makes the free throw, man. Everybody's heart beating super fast, and Josh Hart was built for games like this.
Yeah, he is. But can you get anything from Porzingis? Anything?
I mean, you're going to have to. Horford comes out with 4 fouls. Now the Celtics will go smaller, And a huge burden now on Luke Cornett. He's going to have to guard Karl Anthony Towns. Josh Hart makes the free throws. How good has he been tonight? 20 points for Josh Hart. 6 of 9 from the floor. 20 points on 9 shots. Boston by 1. Early third quarter, 68-67. Derek White moving to his right. Anunoby in front of him. Derek White, right-hand dribble, spins in the paint, feels contact, runs it up, no good, but he draws the foul, and fouls are already piling up here in the third quarter.
He just anticipated this time. Anunoby had his hand on spin move going back to his left. This time, hand on him, get a little push, and you throw it up quickly.
First on Anunoby, but that's 3 team fouls on New York. The Knicks did not pick up a team foul in the first 10 minutes of Game 5, but they already have 3 in the first 2:18 of the third quarter.
Well, how big are free throws in games like this?
And huge advantage for New York so far. 15 of 17, including 4 of 4 for Mitchell Robinson, while the Celtics have 4 misses, 3 of them from, of all people, Drew Holiday. Think about a game that could very easily come down to 1 possession. Robinson 4 for 4 from the line, and Drew Holiday 2 for 5.
This is what I'm so proud of. Celtics holding on to that rope.
But another missed free throw. If you wanted the Celtics to fight uphill tonight, they are fighting. They have a 2-point lead, 69-67. 9:32 to go in the third. Brunson down the left side. Stutter step, tiptoes the baseline. Cornett will chase him all the way out to the wing. Horford on the bench with 4 fouls. Here comes Derek White to chase Brunson. Ball moves to Josh Hart, takes the handoff, drives. Holiday takes the baseline away. Hart has to fall away, aim, way short, rebound. Holiday finally forced Hart into a bad shot. Drew Holiday, front court, next back defensively. Holiday fumbles it, kicked away by Josh Hart. Holiday dives to the floor, comes up, and finds Derek White, who runs off the window, no good, but draws a foul on Brunson. No, they called it the other way. It's on Derek White. Celtics looking at a replay for a possible challenge.
Oh, come on.
This one challenging.
That is a good challenge.
Because of the possible turnaround here. If this foul is on Brunson, it's going to be free throws for Derek White. And Joe Mazzulla wants a piece of Brian Forte. And what he's always saying in this situation is, I shouldn't have to use my challenge for something like that. But Joe Mazzulla really getting hot here. Security stepping in front of him. 9:07 to go third quarter on what we promised you would be an emotional night at TD Garden. It already has been. Boston 69, New York 67 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Hey, basketball fans, ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com. The Pianta Dusty Baking Company is a local 4th-generation family bakery providing bread to New England's restaurants for over 100 years. You can find their famous Hearth French bread, rolls, and subs at your local supermarket. And be sure to try their new sourdough batard, hearth-baked with signature sourdough starter. The Pianta Dusty Baking Company.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun. Techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish. Nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative. Electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Celtics Radio Network welcome the following new partners. FindMassMoney.gov. Did you know 1 in 10 people in Massachusetts have unclaimed property? FindMassMoney.gov is a free service from the Massachusetts State Treasurer's Office. Visit FindMassMoney.gov and see if you're on the list. Lexus. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. And Cambridge Savings Bank. Put Cambridge Savings Bank into your small business starting lineup today. From the home of the Celtics, thank you for joining our winning team.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
A monster coach's challenge win for Joe Mazzulla and the Celtics. It is a defensive foul on Brunson. Derek White rising up to take a shot. Hit Brunson with his elbow in the face, but Brunson had his face in Derek White's shooting pass. So the foul is on Brunson. So not only does Derek White get free throws, you have a third foul now on Brunson with 9:07 to go in the third. Al Horford already out of the game with 4. Holiday in there with 3. Towns and Brunson in there with 3.
Another guy you have to think about. Can you get anything right now from Porzingis, or can you get anything right now from Hauser in a game like this?
You need somebody to dramatically turn around almost to give Porzingis another chance here. Porzingis is a -12 in a game the Celtics lead by 2 or possibly 4, depending on what Derek White does at the free throw line here with 9:07 to go in the third quarter. You know, who could have imagined 9 days ago when the world thought there was no way the Celtics could win this, to lose this series. Tonight, a night that no one in the world thinks the Celtics should win the series. But if you knew at the start that Kristaps Porzingis would be not only a non-factor, but a negative with his health situation. Forget the Tatum thing aside. Mitchell Robinson dominating the matchup with Porzingis was not on anybody's dance card.
Well, didn't have Josh Hart scoring the way he has, 20 points in this game right now and knocking down threes.
In every game, Brunson has found a Robin. Derek White misses another Boston free throw. And boy, if we're talking about free throws at the end of the night, Celtics have missed 5 tonight. How crazy would it be if Mitchell Robinson makes his free throws tonight and the Celtics miss theirs? Celtics, actually, that was the 6th miss. They were just late on the stat sheet. Boston is 8 of 14. Holiday and White 5 of 10, now 6 of 11. Derek White gets 1 of 2, but that's still a big coach's challenge win. Celtics by 3, 70-67, 9:03 to go in the third. You still feel like one more major thing has to change for the Celtics. Somebody else has to join the party. Maybe Drew Holiday or Peyton Pritchard. Brunson, left-hand dribble. He fumbles the ball. It was deflected away from him, out of bounds. Knicks will keep it. Brunson saying he got hit, but not a lot of contact there.
Expose that basketball for a guy that small. Reminds me a lot of aggressive, like Nate Archibald, attacking that rim.
Brunson, Porzingis, Luka Doncic, all Dallas Mavericks a couple of years ago. Brunson bounce pass for the cutter, and Cornette fouls Josh Hart. Well, Brunson and Hart have been running that play for years and years and years.
It shouldn't happen. Let me tell you why it shouldn't happen. You got to cover the ball up on that side. You give him a running start. You make the ball go out to his left, not to the right, with him catching the full speed going towards the basket.
Josh Hart, bloodied, battered, unbound here in Game 5. Working on a 20-point night. He's made all 4 of his free throws. But he misses here.
Guys like that are just winners. And just make winning plays. You don't look at him and say, oh, man, he's brilliant. He could do this. No, he just wins.
He had huge rebounding game. He's playing for New Orleans. And nobody knew who Josh Hart was, and he was getting double-digit rebound games. 1 or 2 free throws for Josh Hart. 70-68. Boston by 2. 8:47 to go in the third quarter. Celtics just scrapping. They have all night. Jaylen Brown has been great. He's here against Karl Anthony Towns. Drives into him. Towns bumps and knocks him down. And Towns picks up another ridiculous foul. He has got to be better with that. 4 fouls on Karl Anthony Towns. And New York is over the limit with 8:40 to go in the third quarter.
And this is what Brown did then. Instead of boom, 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 passing the ball behind his legs. But no, you go someplace. How many times, we talk about players. Now, I'm going to be quiet while he shoots the free throws.
You think he can hear you from here?
You never can tell.
You sometimes you can. First one's good.
Thing I always talked about was Rozier, Terry Rozier. Wasn't going no place. He was in the same boom, 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 boom. Go someplace. Go north, go south, go someplace instead of in the same area. This time, Brown attacks him quickly, gets fouled.
Terry Rozier reminder as Jaylen bounces the second free throw in. Celtics lead by 4, 72-68. Terry Rozier, a reminder of how many times during this 11-year run the Celtics seemingly were going to have to reset. He could push back towards the bottom, and it just never happened. Jalen Brunson. That will be a discussion for when the season is over. Brunson to his right. Looking for Hart. Hart has it left side. Up fakes the 3. Puts it in his pocket. Bounce pass down low. Towns blocked by Cornette. Out of bounds with 2.2 on the shot clock. First time Josh Hart hesitated to have an open shot. Now Tom Thibodeau rolling the dice here with Towns out there with 4 fouls. Celtics don't have as many options offensively to put Towns into an action, but you know they'll try. Brunson under out of bounds, 2.2 on the shot clock. These are where the Celtics need stops. Towns has it, turns, baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, Derek White. Boston by 4 and the ball, 8:11 to go in the third. New York over the limit. Holiday pull up, drop back to Derek White, trail 3, got it. Woo.
Man, that's nice stuff. That time maybe catch it in motion, come down, you make a good defensive play, you run back on your offensive end. Attack, attack, attack!
And let's see what Tom Thibodeau is going to do with Karl Anthony Towns here. If the Knicks get tentative defensively because of foul trouble, they're going to open up shots like that. 8:06 to go, third quarter of Game 5, and the Celtics, believe it or not, have their largest lead. Boston 75, New York 68 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Celtics basketball is brought to you by Amica Insurance. At Amica, they understand how important it is to protect the things that matter most to you. They put in the time to make sure you're taken care of, whether it's talking through all the details of your policy or following up after a claim. Your auto, home, and life insurance are more than just policies. They're protection for the life you built. Visit Amica.com to learn more.
The NCAA Lacrosse Championships are coming to Gillette Stadium Memorial Day weekend, May 23rd through the 26th. The best men's and women's college lacrosse teams in the country. Bring the kids to Gillette Stadium, watch the action, and make memories. For tickets, visit ncaa.com/LAX tickets. And for more information, visit gilletstadium.com/NCAA.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
At Planet Fitness, this is the year of getting stronger. So let's do this. Join the club today and save. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends Friday, May 16th.
See Home Club for details.
The Celtics play here, the Sports Hub.
Grady and Max back at the Amica Insurance broadcast booth. Celtics playoff basketball presented by Amica, exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Celtics. While you root for Banner 19, visit Amica.com to learn more about building a game plan for you. There will be so much discussion in the coming days, weeks, months about what is to come for Jayson Tatum, for the Celtics as a franchise, for the roster, for the salary cap, for all of it. But sometimes the best way to put your problems aside is to get on the floor and find yourself battling uphill as the Celtics just try to cobble away to somehow stay alive. So many people have invoked the term Celtic pride today about this night, about trying to find a way to win a game for Jayson Tatum while he sits in a hospital bed and watches. And the Celtics have built themselves a 7-point lead with 8:02 to go in the third quarter, 75-68. Jalen Brunson. A lot of guys in foul trouble out there. Brunson with 3. Towns stays in the game with 4. Horford out with 4. Holiday in the game with 3. Brunson deep on the right side. Steps to his right. 3. Short. Front iron. Rebound Pritchard.
Great challenge down by Brown.
Jaylen Brown has answered the call and then some tonight. Derek White catch and shoot. Quick 3 right side. No good, but he got fouled by Josh Hart.
Shoot the 3.
Unbelievable.
Why would Josh Hart go into the body like that?
Great question.
Okay, Sean, that's why you're the best in the business.
Well, that's not why, but in this particular case,
He was clearly way beyond the three-point line.
Josh Hart trying to write his own New York hero story tonight with the vicious cut he got from the elbows of Luke Cornett. Blood streaming down his face. He is leading the Knicks in scoring here in a game that they hope will send them to their first conference finals in 25 years. There are so many numbers to ponder. The Knicks have won 30 playoff games in 25 years. The Celtics in that time have won 29 playoff series.
Let me tell you one of the things that we look at in a game like this. You start looking at margins, you start looking at things that happen in the game. Where's Bridges at now? Bridges essentially has been invisible until the fourth quarter.
But he had tonight, what was odd, he had a great start. And then he went quiet the last quarter and a half. Derek White makes all 3 free throws after the 5th consecutive game in the series. Boston has a double-digit lead in the second half, 78-68. You know how the first 4 have turned out. Jalen Brunson, right side of the floor, dogged by Brown, bounce pass Hart. He's open, doesn't take the 3, drives against Cornett, pump faking, close block by Cornett. Hart saves it and then throws it away. And Luke Cornett, who has had the best year of his career, who has answered every call that Joe Mazzulla has made to him this year, is coming up biggest with the season on the line. Boston by 10 and the ball, 7:17 to go in the third quarter of game 5. The fans now starting to believe. Jaylen Brown down the left side, pump fake, flips it to the corner. Pritchard, 3, got it!
Oh, that's a big time throw.
11 straight for the Celtics. They lead by 13, 81-68. 6:58 to go in the third. Josh Hart goes to Towns. Towns against Jaylen Brown. Jaylen trying to hold his ground. Towns picks up his dribble. Enters to Hart in deep against Cornett. Brunson runs to a spot. Holiday dogging it. Brunson spins back to his right. 2 pump fakes. Nobody takes it. Kick out. Hart open 3. No good. Offensive rebound. Towns blocked from behind by Luke Cornett. And here comes Drew Holiday into the front court. An extraordinary sequence with the season on the line. Drew Holiday kick back. Open Jaylen, but he's going to give it up for a Peyton Pritchard 3 that's no good. And the rebound is pulled down by Karl Anthony Towns. Would have put the Celtics up by 16. And this place would have come unglued. Tibbs may have had to call timeout there. Jalen Brunson against Pritchard, trying to hold his ground. Kick out. Towns up fakes a 3. Holiday knocks the ball away. Towns has it back. 8 of the shot clock. Returns to Brunson left side. Pritchard D'ing up on Brunson. Brunson pounds it 3 times with the right hand. Brunson step back, fall away. Got it. Tough shot, Jalen Brunson.
Use all the shot clock, every bit of it.
Monster 5-point swing. Celtics, instead of being up by 16, are up by 11 midway through the third. Jaylen Brown, left side against Anunoby. Moving to his left, fouled. Anunoby reached in. New York is over the limit. More free throws coming here for the Celtics.
This is not checkers. It's chess. Good opportunities, you make those happen by attacking the rim, playing smart basketball. Anunoby with his hand in the cookie jar then. Brown goes right into it. We talked about what Brown could do, how Brown would have to play.
Finally misses a free throw.
He hurt me.
You dramatically overestimate the volume of your voice from this distance.
No. People do it all the time on TV when you're home. Somebody's at the house. Shut up! You're gonna be, and they are thousands of miles away.
For those of you hiding under the covers, sitting out in the car, who found your lucky spot and now don't want to move because the Celtics are on a roll, we hear you. We're here for you. Jaylen Brown missed the first free throw. Bends the knees on the second one. It is in the air. No good. He missed them both. And the Celtics, everybody here knows the karma that comes with missing free throws. Celtics have missed 8 free throws tonight in the game. They lead by 11. 5:37 to go in the third. You know it's going to get close. You know that's coming. Jalen Brunson moving to his right. Driving on Pritchard. Kick to the corner. Bridges. Tough 3. No good. Rebound Cornett. And the outlet to Peyton Pritchard. Boston by 11. 5:24 to go in the third. Hauser in the game to replace Derek White. Jaylen Brown moving behind the Cornett screen. Dribbles inside to the dotted line. Kick out Hauser. Going to put it in the hands of Pritchard. 10 on the shot clock. Pritchard moves it to Hauser. Left side. Pretty good look at a 3. Got it! Sam Hauser out of mothballs. And into the hero circle, forcing Todd Thibodeau to call timeout.
Sam, I don't want no ham. I don't want no ham. No green eggs and ham. Sam.
5:10 to go, third quarter of Game 5. Celtics now lead 84-70.
Well, great opportunity again to get some things done on your defensive end. Luke's been brilliant right now, hitting that glass, knocking down plays, blocking shots around the rim. And who has really been the facilitator here? Brown has been magnificent tonight. We're talking about trying to limit those turnovers, but 21 points. As I said, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. I said he would have to be not himself, but he had to do some of the other things that Tatum was able to do. Assist, rebound the basketball.
The Boston Celtics have led by 14 points in the second half of the first 4 games of the series, and they have lost 3 of the 4, as you know. In the previous 67 times that happened, the Celtics also lost 3 games, 64-3. For the 5th consecutive game, the Celtics have a 14-point second-half lead, 84-70, with 5:10 to go in the third. And tonight, there was no Jayson Tatum to bail the Celtics out of mistakes.
Well, what you have is the other guy. You know, there's always Batman and Robin. A lot of times, Batman got in trouble. Robin was the one that kind of helped him out. Jaylen Brown is playing that Robin role of helping this team out doing things.
The Celtics not only have not turned the ball over in the third quarter, they actually have -1 because they went back and took one away from the first half. But the Celtics have not committed a turnover here in the third quarter. And as we told you, that was going to be a monster number tonight. 5:05 to go in the third. Knicks operating where they are very comfortable from behind on the road. Anunoby, pounded by Hauser, kick out. Brunson trying to turn the corner on Derek White. Wrestles it up, blocked by Cornet. Celtics have a 3-on-3. Hauser into the front court, keeps it away from Anunoby. Finds Derek White. He is open. Trail 3. No good. Back iron offensive rebound. Pritchard. Return to Derek White. He forced the 3. Air ball.
Whoa.
And there are people that aren't going to like that shot. But tonight you are swinging for the fences.
Well, tonight he deserves to shoot those shots.
Yeah, he does. 7 of 13 now after those 2 misses.
That one looked like it was in the well.
Celtics missed a couple of big ones here, a couple of opportunities to extend the lead. 84-70, Boston by 14. 4:29 to go in the third. Anunoby, hand back to Bridges. Bridges pulls up on Cornet, tough 18-footer switch. And here comes Bridges again. This is where he has dominated in the final 12, 15, 16 minutes of games. Hauser enters to Holiday in the dunker spot, all alone for a layup. Great give and go with Hauser. Celtics would love to see Drew Holiday get going here. 86-72. Boston by 14. OG Anunoby moving to his right. Hauser on the shoulder. Anunoby dribbling low. Spins on Hauser. Gets in deep. Puts it off the glass. Does not get the bounce. Help from Cornet, but an offensive rebound. Anunoby throws out to the corner. Bridges, quick 3, no good. Cornet grabs another rebound. Luke Cornet has been amazing. Boston by 14. Derek White. I'll attack Brunson with those 3 fouls. He's going to hand instead to Pritchard, whose 3 is 2, no good. Back corner. Cornet got knocked down. They don't call it.
Oh, my God.
And the fans go wild. Josh Hart, front court, finds Anunoby. Down low to Towns, and Towns is fouled by Hauser. That was dangerous, almost a 3-point play.
Wow. I mean, Luke got shot out of there like somebody, like he was being in a cannon. This time he goes in, and there was a pick here. Good foul here by Hauser, but you got to wrap him up tighter or let that play go.
Particularly with Towns, because he's missed a free throw tonight, but he's a 90% free throw shooter. Fans trying to distract Towns unsuccessfully as he makes the first.
Show Anunoby then, knocking him away.
Holiday comes out for cautions, or he doesn't pick up the 4th foul. Karl Anthony Towns trying to cut it to 12 with the 2nd free throw.
This is where all the things that happen now, you start to look around and what happens when you have Brunson out there? Who's guarding Brunson?
This is where the Celtics offense has come apart in the series. Late third quarter and into the fourth. Jaylen Brown deep on the right side against Brunson. 12 in the shot clock. Jaylen dribbling low, protecting the ball. Left-hand dribble, coming strong. Pump fake, runs it up. No good, but he got the 4th foul on Brunson and 2 more free throws. The Knicks, the Celtics, remember, got the first 15 free throws of Game 4, and then it ended up close by the end. The Knicks got the first 12 free throws tonight. Now the Celtics have taken more.
It's funny, though. You get those ticky-tack fouls, and then you have somebody like Luke getting bombarded, thrown out of there, and you don't make that particular call. It's crazy. Robinson coming back in this game, Sean.
Well, you have Towns and Brunson both on the floor with 4 fouls here and 3:17 to go in the third.
You got 3 minutes and 17 seconds here.
And here's where, as Jaylen Brown bounces the first free throw, and he has just missed 2 in a row. The Celtics, on the one hand, you want to say Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Houghton, let it fly. But with the Knicks over the limit and Towns and Brunson on the floor, you've got to attack.
Get to that rim. Get to that rim.
Yeah, Brunson was reaching. He is diagonal with that right arm. He's arguing, but he looks back at that tomorrow. He's going to realize that they got that one right. Jaylen Brown bends the knees. Taking a long time on that second free throw. He misses it, and the rebound for Josh Hart. Now Jaylen Brown starting to miss free throws. It's bad karma. Celtics have missed 9. Meanwhile, Mitchell Robinson in the game. Celtics fouling because they've got 14 fouls. So now, on a night the Celtics trying to stay alive have missed 9 free throws. Mitchell Robinson is 4 for 4 as the Celtics hack him again. This works when you get a miss. It does not work if he makes both. First free throw. It bounces in. He's 5 for 5.
That one looked like it was short.
How about Mitchell Robinson? He has been tremendous in the series. His only flaw from the line where he was 7 of 23 in the first 4 games. Tonight, 5 for 5. Second free throw coming from Mitchell Robinson. He got it. 6 for 6. The Knicks fans at TD Garden go crazy. Boston by 11, 87-76. The Knicks are winning the free throw game because of Mitchell Robinson. Jaylen Brown lobs it. Bad one. It gets deflected away from Cornette. Jaylen Brown turns it over. Jalen Brunson into the front court. Now the Knicks trying to get momentum back. Jalen Brunson turns the corner on Derek White. Looking for an opening in the paint. Goes high off the glass. No good. Rebound deflected. Celtics have it. Up by 11. Peyton Pritchard into the front court. McBride challenges. Entry Derek White. Attack. Steps through. Hart. He got fouled. If it's Brunson, it's 5. It's Brunson. 5 fouls on Brunson with 2:45 to go in the third quarter.
Whacked him on the arm. And the Knicks aren't going to challenge because that was a clear-cut case that he hammered him. What happened was White with a little sidestep. Tried to sidestep his man, and all Brunson did was just karate chop down.
Now Celtics fans being reverentially quiet and also a little bit nervous as the Celtics have been shaky from the free throw line tonight. Derek White gets the first. A week ago, the Celtics leading by 12 late in the third quarter, and you felt really good about your life. 9 days later, 12 points feels like 2. That's the EKG of a playoff series. Just taking on a life of its own. Derek White gets the free throws. 89-76. Boston by 13. Brunson now out of the game.
Now, who do you go to?
Right. Can the Knicks chip some off this deficit while Brunson is out? Hart out there with Bridges, Robinson, McBride, and Anunoby. Josh Hart, bounce pass for Anunoby against Derek White. Anunoby muscles his way in. Blocked again by Cornette. He saves it from going out of bounds to Hauser. Luke Cornette having the game of his life with the season on the line. Jaylen Brown, pump fake on Hart. Throws back to Sam Hauser. Moves it right side, Derek White. Up fakes, turns the corner, drives, hands to Cornette. Plenty of time in the shot clock. Shuffles back to Hauser, and we're back to Cornette. Two-hand slam. And Luke Cornette is not going to let the title defense die. Josh Hart deflects the lead pass out of bounds, and the Celtics will get it back with 2:03 to go in the third.
Is that how you chip away at it?
The basketball gods have rewarded the Knicks for being the smarter team throughout the series. Tonight, the basketball gods are rewarding the team that is playing smarter, playing harder, and playing better.
And then they're giving it to Luke.
Boston by 15. 2:03 to go in the third. It's no longer about 3-1. It's about survival. It's about effort. living up to the name on the uniform, and the Celtics have done that tonight. Jaylen Brown against Mitchell Robinson, 4 on the shot clock. Jaylen Brown, step back, 3, no good. Rebound, Peyton Pritchard, 1-on-2, offensive rebound. Dribbles all the way up top, takes Josh Hart with him. 8 on the shot clock. Magical third quarter for the Celtics here facing elimination. Jaylen Brown, left-hand dribble around Mitchell Robinson, attacks, wanted to dunk it. Anunoby got in the passing lane, knocked it away out of bounds, leaving the Celtics just 1 second to shoot. Jaylen took a tough tumble to the floor. Jaylen Brown taking an extra second here to catch his breath. He is lying on his back.
How do you get 1 second? Can you get a shot off here?
The most amazing thing, the Celtics feeling like every possession teetering on the break. They've now outscored the Knicks by 25 points in the series. Drew Holiday back in to trigger this under on the bounce. Inbound. Pritchard, he's got to launch an awkward one, hoping to get the rim. He does not. Shot clock violation. New York gets the ball with 85 seconds to go in the third quarter, trailing by 15. Brunson out of the game and Towns out of the game in foul trouble. Brunson with 5, Towns with 4.
Brown with 30 minutes so far in this game.
22 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Answered every critic. Bridges driving right side. Pritchard takes the paint away. Bounce pass, Anunoby. Anunoby drives, hangs in the air, runs it up and in, but he kicked Jaylen Brown away. Should be an offensive foul. It is an offensive foul.
Jaylen Brown taking a beat. I mean, it's like a karate movie he's in. Every time he's getting chopped, now kicked, thrown down to the ground. Wax on, wax off.
The Knicks have done everything but sweep the leg. 15-point Boston lead. We're about to hit a minute remaining in the third. Pritchard dribbles down the right side, goes to that scoop shot. Mitchell Robinson waiting for it. He blocked it clean. Josh Hart, offensive end. Drew Holiday trying to slow him down. Hand off Deuce McBride. Deep on the right side. Pritchard will take Deuce McBride. Holiday floats towards Josh Hart. McBride, 10 on the shot clock. High left-hand dribble against Pritchard. McBride starts his drive, pulls up at 12 feet. Jumper way too strong. Rebound, pinballed around. Pritchard has got it. How about a third quarter Pritchard is at? Drew Holiday angles to his right. 2 for 1 for the Celtics. Holiday, hand to Sam Hauser. He's got a good look. Straight away 3 is no good. And the rebound for Mitchell Robinson. Lead pass deflected by Jaylen Brown away from Bridges. He had a chance to pull that away from him. Instead, he punches it out of bounds. So here's the game situation. New York with the ball, down 15, 26.6 on the game clock, 21 on the shot clock as we count it down to the third quarter. Horford on the bench with 4, Towns on the bench with 4, Brunson on the bench with 5. And a raucous crowd hoping the Celtics can keep the season and the title defense alive. McBride goes right side to Mikal Bridges. Bridges against Drew Holiday. He fumbles it off Holiday out of bounds. Celtics keep it the Knicks keep it just 4 seconds to shoot. What an amazing third quarter this has been. Josh Hart hit a 3 to open the quarter. It gave New York a 62-59 lead. Knicks have scored 14 points since when they have been dominant in the second half in this series. Inbound, McBride, pressure on the sideline, gets rid of it to Josh Hart. Hart jumps to his left, off balance 3, misses everything. Shot clock violation, but they don't call it. Rebound comes to Bridges. His follow-away 3 is an air ball as this third quarter comes to an end. And an extraordinary third quarter it was. Joe Mazzulla says, all right, KP, you've done your thing. You don't have it. Kristaps Porzingis sits, and Luke Kornet at the centerpiece of an extraordinary third quarter. 8 points, 8 rebounds, 6 blocks for Luke Kornet as the Celtics break open a tie game. They trailed by 2 at the end of 1. It was a tie game at halftime, and with the world having jumped off the defending champions bandwagon, the Celtics, as we make the turn for home, will take a 15-point lead into the fourth quarter of Game 5. End of 3 at TD Garden. Boston 91, New York 76. Fourth quarter next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Become a top performer with UMass Lowell's online MBA. Consistently ranked among the top by U.S. News and World Report. Discover UMass Lowell's online MBA at uml.edu/online.
Hey, it's Felger here to talk about Ramp. Ramp is a corporate card that our finance team uses here at the Sports Hub, so you know they're a big deal. Ramp handles all the tedious financial nonsense you don't want to do, so you can focus on things that actually matter. With Ramp, you submit your receipts in seconds. Your finance team will love it, and your team will love it too. And for a limited time, when you sign up for Ramp, you will receive a bonus of $250. So visit ramp.com/hub and start saving time and eliminating expense headaches today.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs. The moment we've all been waiting for is here.
The fans now on the edge of their seats.
It's time to stay locked in to every single moment. Because you never know when history will be made. When it's win or go home, every moment matters. So don't miss a thing. NBA playoffs presented by Google continues on ABC, ESPN, and TNT.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
Hey, small business owners, listen up. There's a team rooting for your success at Cambridge Savings Bank. They're ready to listen, understand, and support your vision every step of the way. Visit CambridgeSavings.com, member FDIC.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
To the fourth quarter we go in Game 5. Luke Cornett had 5 blocks in the third quarter tonight, playing for Porzingis. The last player to get 5 blocks in a quarter of an NBA playoff game was Robert Williams for the Celtics against the Nets in the first-round loss 4 years ago.
Robert Williams was the Time Lord was unreal, but Luke has been so good. But the one in particular where he blocked the shot and then saved the basketball, and the Celtics came down and scored. They're talking about 5 things that they were able to do. I believe that you talk about all the things that happen in a game like this. Find your mark. Find what you do well.
4 points, 5 rebounds, 5 blocks, plus 15 for Luke Cornett in the third quarter. Now, we know how the fourth quarters have gone in the series. The Celtics have a 15-point lead. They stay on the attack with the ball. White, Holiday, Horford, Pritchard, Hauser, 5 on the floor. Drew Holiday, hand to Sam Hauser. Return to Holiday in the paint. Pump fake. Robinson is there to take the paint away. Kick out Hauser. Straightaway 3. No good. Wide right. Rebound Mitchell Robinson. Robinson has been amazing in the series. He has affected the game defensively. And tonight he's hit his free throws. So it's given the Knicks a chance here as the free throw shooter. Bridges. Free throw line jumper over Derek White. No good. Rebound. Al Horford deflects it. Off Pritchard. Back to Horford. And here comes Peyton Pritchard up the left side. 38 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. Boston by 15. Pritchard right-hand dribble. Attacks the rim. Bounce pass out to Horford. He's got a good look. It's a 3 and it's good.
Move the basketball. This time a little attack. Al sat right there in the pocket and waited for that basketball to come.
Boston by 18. 11:05 to go. Brunson back in the game here. That tells you what Tom Thibodeau thinks here with 5 fouls. Bounce pass. Robinson fumbles in the paint, turns it over. Peyton Pritchard comes out of the pack. Lead for Holiday. He's going to call his own number. Misses the 3 offensive rebound. Horford puts it back up and in.
Now running the floor.
Boston by 20. 96-76. Brunson racing. And they're going to call a foul. Derek White did everything but dive out of the way. Brunson was far more interested in the contact there than trying to get a shot off. He just hunted Derek White, dribbled at him until he got a foul.
That was one hell of a play there.
But what Derek White should have done there, obviously, is just stop. Make Brunson run over you. Once you're moving, you know they're calling a foul. And this is where Brunson is so smart. Nothing else is working, so stop the clock and get to the line. The Knicks have made their free throws tonight, and the Celtics have not. New York in another 20-point hole. I don't need to tell anybody in the world that they won the first 2 games on the road in this series by coming from 20 down in the second half to win. I also don't have to tell anybody that the Knicks have won a franchise record 5 consecutive road playoff games. But the most amazing number of all is they won those 5 by 9 points. The Knicks have been outscored now by 18 points in the playoffs. Brunson gets 1 of 2. It ends the run, which ended up being 28-9. Boston by 19. 10:35 to go. Drew Holiday left alone, so he just knocks down a three. Karl Anthony Towns looking around going, I can't go out to guard him. I've got 5 fouls. Boston by 22. Celtics closing in on it here, but 10:22 to go feels like a lifetime with this New York team and Brunson on the floor. Brunson against Peyton Pritchard. Kick out McBride. McBride against Derek White. McBride fumbles it, steps back, long two for the corner. Bad shot, no good. Rebound. Horford boxes out Mitchell Robinson. Deflects the rebound to Pritchard. Celtics in command. Everybody on their feet. Bounce pass into the corner. Hauser up fakes the three as the ball knocked away by Robinson out of bounds. Celtics will keep it. 17 to shoot. 10:01 to go in Game 5. Boston leading 99-77.
Sam was in the corner by himself, wide open. Pritchard just called him late.
Derek White on the inbound and Drew Holiday. Holiday gets a high screen from Pritchard. Brunson jumps out and Holiday puts it to the floor. Left-hand jumper goes past Towns. Towns stays with him, blocks the shot without fouling, and McBride picks it off the floor. McBride, shovel pass. Bridges, bounce pass into the corner. Brunson steps to his right, doesn't take the three. Falls down, and they're calling a foul, a fifth on Al Horford. The Celtics have a challenge because they won one earlier. Oh, it really looked like Al pulled out of the way, and the Celtics are going to challenge.
Yeah. Easy. He never touched it, and he was backing away.
Everything has gone right for the Celtics in the second half. Will this as well? 9:42 to go in Game 5. Boston 99, New York 77 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network. Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
This postseason, BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is making first field goal scorer wagers more exciting with Second Chance. Simply bet on any player to score the first field goal during any playoff game. If you're right, you win. But if your pick scores second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Grab the chance of getting your stake back at BetMGM, authorized gaming operator of the NBA. OBC or call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Your move-in day just got a little easier with Clinton Savings Bank's Safeguard Mortgage. You can modify your interest rate once within the first 5 years of closing your mortgage with us for a low $250 fee, even if you're a first-time homebuyer. That way, if rates go down, you can easily modify your interest rate and your monthly payment. For complete details or to apply, visit clintonsavings.com. Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender. NMLS number 422081. Call 888-744-4272 for details about credit costs and terms. All loans subject to credit approval.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Heading to a game at the Garden this season? Do what I do. Get there without the traffic torment and just take the train. With Commuter Rail, kids 11 and under always ride free and enjoy later nighttime service after the game. And if the game's on a weekend, ride with $10 weekends. Get tickets on board or with the M-Ticket app.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
The Celtics will lose this challenge as Brunson, as he started his drive to the basket, his left foot went over the top of the right foot of Horford. There was contact there, so it will be a foul. The significance there should be, they didn't announce anything, but this clearly was a side out of bounds. He wasn't shooting. With the Celtics leading by 22 and 9:42 to go, but what you've done now is gotten a fifth foul on Al Horford. Interesting decision. You do have to take him out, but you could almost gamble on trying to put it away now, the way Horford is defending. But the story, if you're just joining us, all throughout the series, Joe Mazzulla has tried, almost willed and hoped to get Kristaps Porzingis back to being Kristaps Porzingis. He didn't have it again tonight, and this time Joe Mazzulla just pulled the plug, and Luke Cornett was brilliant in his place without Horford in foul trouble, and Porzingis not able to help in any way. Cornett is going to be a big part of the Celtics saving their season if they can hang on to this lead with 9:42 to go.
Or they're looking right now at Cater. See a possibility of maybe coming in the game.
I'll tell you when you would see Tatum, although I don't know if it's going to happen here with the Celtics. Celtics do have 2 team fouls. If they need somebody to hack, yeah, it wouldn't be surprising to see Kata or maybe Torrey Craig come back in the game to do that. But how about the 13 minutes you've gotten from Sam Hauser tonight?
Yeah.
But the plus-minus numbers for White, Holiday, Brown, Pritchard, and Cornette, that's been the best 5 for the Celtics tonight. The Knicks, this has been a complete turnaround. Tonight it was the Knicks who took the lead. Knicks got that lead up to 9. It was sort of reminiscent of Game 7 against Philadelphia here a couple of years ago when the Sixers looked like they were about to get the double-digit lead, could never get it. And then the infamous Jayson Tatum, Game 7, setting the NBA scoring record. And the Celtics winning that series. Tonight, Celtics just trying to keep the season alive, trying to carry this back to New York. Against the Knicks, until that clock hits triple zeros, you don't believe it. Bridges, lob, Mitchell Robinson, catches, Lamb, throws it back to the corner. Bridges puts it to the floor, drives around Cornette, 12-footer, no good. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson lets it go to Karl Anthony Towns, who lays it in.
Those boys are big in there right now.
Yep.
Too big for the Celtics.
And you got Horford out of the game. Horford and Porzingis on the bench. Cornette trying to hold his ground against the Twin Towers for New York. Boston by 20. Derek White turns the corner, gets deep in the paint, goes to the left hand, blocked at the rim. And here come the Knicks. Ball in the hands of Brunson. New York down by 20. Brunson attacks, runs it up in left hand, late foul, call on Holiday, and the Celtics can't challenge. They're calling a 4th foul on Holiday.
Yeah, tapped him on the arm. Not much of it. Wow.
And I say the number for the Celtics tonight, 106, 107, 108, somewhere in there. They lead 99-79 with 9:07 to go. Brunson has a couple of free throws here. First one is good.
Brunson just putting his head down. He is just putting his head down and attacking the rim. If you're quick enough to anticipate, you might be able to pick up a charge with him coming into the body. Because he is just going.
This is going to be about whether the Celtics can execute some 4th quarter offense, which they have not been able to do in this series. Brunson gets the free throws as expected. 99-81. Boston by 18 and the ball. Clock rolling here with 9:02 to go.
Now coming back in this game.
Derek White gets a high screen from Cornette. Bridges in front of him. Ball moved to Pritchard. He fakes a 3 on Brunson. Turns on him. Here's the nasty step back. Pritchard 3. Got it! And Jalen Brunson, for the first time I've ever seen him drop his head. Because what are you going to do? 4 threes for Peyton Pritchard. The Celtics 19 of 41. You can't beat Boston when they shoot threes like this. Celtics by 21. 8:33 to go. Ball in the hands of Towns. Towns bumping with Holiday. Turns. Jump hook. No good. Rebound. Holiday wins it from Mitchell Robinson. Put it to the floor. Knocked away by Brunson. And he gets a foul on Derek White.
Celtics trying to gang rebound.
Yeah. Third foul on Derek White. Now, with the Knicks rolling, you've got an interesting decision to make here. For 4 games, hacking Mitchell Robinson has worked brilliantly. Tonight, it is not. Mitchell Robinson is 6 of 6 from the line. But the Celtics no longer have foul to give, so now the Knicks can score the rest of the night with the clock stopped. Brunson gets the first free throw here.
Critical. If you pick the ball up. How many times have I told you over and over again, in a crowd of people, pick the ball up. You allowed that ball to roll around. Brunson able to get it.
Sam Hauser gets a great hand as he comes out. And now Jaylen Brown returns. 8 minutes and 25 seconds away from adding a major chip to his legacy conversation. 22, 8, and 7 with no Jayson Tatum and the Celtics facing elimination. Free throws good for Brunson. Boston leads 102 to 82. Should be 83. Yeah, they finally correct that. Boston by 19, 8:15 to go. Derek White, bumped by McBride. No call, keeps the dribble alive. Shot clock already down to 9. Entry, Pritchard stuck in behind Brunson, scores with the right hand before Robinson can get there. This is the 4th quarter offensive execution we had not seen in the series from Boston. Knicks still down 21. Clock has 7:55 left on it. Jalen Brunson moving to his right. Kick out pass, McBride, pretty good looking left side three, way off, air ball, rebound, another one for Cornette. Drew Holiday pushes the pace into the front court. Holiday, kick out, Jaylen Brown, pump fake on a three, and then puts it back in his pocket. Drives around Robinson, handoff to Drew Holiday, attacks the baseline, catches, lays it in with a left hand, timeout, Tom Thibodeau. But the Boston Celtics have been pushed to the one place you know you can't push them, and that's backs to the wall. Try to win for the ninth time in their last 11 games facing elimination, and they have answered every call and checked every box in Game 5. 7:36 to go. Boston 106, New York 83 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Are you sick and tired of paying high prices for Continental tires? Then get to Town Fair Tire for the lowest price you'll find anywhere. Yes, the guaranteed lowest price on every Continental tire. Plus, at Town Fair, you get free services for life. Think about it. Why look anywhere else for Continental tires when Town Fair gives you the guaranteed lowest price plus free services for life? Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
On an uneven night, an emotional night, the Celtics cobbled together a lineup and made a bunch of shots in the first half. And at halftime, Max, we were all back there saying, yeah, the Celtics are hitting shots. This is great, but it's tied. And the Celtics are hitting shots. That does not bode well for the second half. An hour later, we sit here with 7:36 to go in Game 5, and the Celtics leading by 23 points, 106 to 83.
Well, look like you're going to get it back to where you talked about. The sixth game. Who knows who's out the bullpen now?
Take a second as a Celtics fan right now to close your eyes and envision the smile on Jayson Tatum's face right now. Watching this.
Yeah.
Tie game at halftime. Knicks trail by 2 midway through the third quarter. And since that point, it is 36-15. And the heroes tonight, there were many. And it starts with Jaylen Brown at the head of the class. He and Derek White set the tone. But we've had, the Kelly Olynyk game, the P.J. Brown game over the years, and Jalen Brunson comes across half court, and they're going to say he got tripped, and the Celtics are over the limit. So the worst-case scenario for the Celtics with a big lead, Brunson will just walk to the free throw line and score with the clock stopped at 7:30 to go.
Brunson just ran into him.
Yep, Brunson knows how to work his body. He angled himself to his left, bumped into Jaylen Brown. That's not a great call, but the Celtics can't challenge.
Well, he does what he needs to do. Trying to keep his team in the game. The only way you talk about you're scoring with the clock not running.
The Celtics more free throws. The Knicks more free throws, and they've been better from the free throw line tonight. They are 26-30, including 6 of 6 for Mitchell Robinson, who is out of the game now with the Celtics over the limit. Jalen Brunson trying to cut it to 21 with 7:30 to go. Knicks have got to start hitting some threes at some point. Brunson gets the free throws. 106-85. Celtics, 110 to me was the number. They get there. We're all going back to New York on Friday night. Jaylen Brown, we're going to have a foul call here. They may have fouled Brunson out of the game. Jaylen Brown got a screen from Pritchard. Jalen Brunson tried to fight through it. And we won't see Jalen Brunson again until Friday night because he is fouled out of Game 5.
Oh, you can see him. He'll be over there on the bench. Why would he reach for the basketball in that situation? You know, the Knicks thinking about challenging here. Where's Brunson going?
Because they called the foul on Bridges, that's why.
Oh, I thought it was jumping up like it was.
Because the signal to the scores table was 1-1.
Well, how this is
the
going.
Score sheet, the stat sheet, the monitor that we are looking at says Bridges. I think they're going to look at this to see who committed the foul.
Well, the Knicks are challenging.
A foul was called on Brunson on the play. Yeah. The play has been challenged by New York.
So there you go. Challenges, but they made a mistake. Again, scores table sitting courtside while we sit 100 feet away, but they put Bridges as the foul when, as I told you, it was Brunson. That was the signal. You could see the two fingers coming up, signaling the 1-1, the 11 that Jalen Brunson wears. So for the moment, Brunson is fouled out, but the Knicks will use their challenge here. And again, if you're Tom Thibodeau, why not, right?
And here's the thing, possession. Yeah. This is.
I don't think they can overturn this.
You hit him with the body. Yeah, easy call.
And, but it's a Hail Mary.
After review, Brunson makes illegal contact with the offensive player. Therefore, it's a defensive foul on Brunson. The challenge is unsuccessful. New York loses their timeout and the ability to challenge the rest of the game.
But you know what? You challenge anyway. That's a Hail Mary, obviously, but it's to keep Brunson in the game. Down by 21 with 7:19 to go. Now, fans waving goodbye to Brunson, and Brunson with a smile on his face because he's still a man with a lot of house money in his pocket. Now, where do the Knicks get the offense from with Brunson out of the game here? And normally you'd be concerned about a Celtics team taking their foot off the gas pedal, but you can't with your season on the line here. Boston has the ball, leading by 21 with 7:19 to go. And this feels a lot like the 30-point lead in New York on Saturday. You just completely unnerved with the big lead because of what's happened in the series. So the Celtics have to keep methodically going forward. Jaylen Brown masterclass tonight. He has it left side of the floor. Picks up his dribble. Finds Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. Return to Jaylen Brown. Now Jaylen Brown against McBride. Works his way to 14 feet. His jumper is true. It's been Jaylen Brown's night with the money on the table and the season on the line.
Well, for his compadre, playing one for him.
108-85. Celtics by 23. We're under 7 minutes to go in Game 5. Jaylen Brown jumps the passing lane, almost got it away from Anunoby. Anunoby turns, drives, kick to the left corner. Josh Hart's the way, swatted by Luke Cornett into the second row. His 7th block of Game 5.
Luke, the force is with you. It's great, Luke. It's great.
Adding to his legend, the Luke Cornett game.
Shot clock.
It's at 3. McBride has to launch over Darius White, who blocked it. Shot clock violation. And a night that began with Celtic fans trying not to have nightmares about how it could end with the Knicks bench on the floor. This was a tie game at halftime. The Knicks had to be thrilled with where they were. Lob. James presses. Luke Cornett with 2 hands behind his back slams it over his head, putting an exclamation point on what will forever be remembered as the Luke Cornett game at TD Garden. 110-85. Towns drives and scores, gets 2 back, but Knicks can't trade now. Down by 23 midway through the 4th quarter.
God.
10 points, 9 rebounds, 7 blocks for Luke Cornett. Jaylen Brown Stops on a dime. Pull up three on Anunoby. No good. Rebound Josh Hart.
I like that shot.
5:41 to go. Boston back 23. Josh Hart into the front court. Where does the offense get creative with Brunson having fouled out? They go to Towns. Towns turns, flips it up, and gets the bounce. Screaming for a foul. Tony Brothers, the veteran, let him get away with it. Didn't tee him up. 110-89. Drew Holiday. Stop and start by Josh Hart. Puts in the hands of Cornette. Swung left side, Jaylen Brown. Jaylen turns the corner. Stops at the free throw line. Shuttles it out to Pritchard for a good night three. Start spreading the news.
I need some tickets.
113-89. 5 minutes remaining in Game 5 right now. Margin is 24. Karl Anthony Towns with Drew Holiday dogging him. Towns turns, runs over Holiday. They're calling the block for now. The Celtics can't challenge. It's a 5th foul on Holiday. Celtics over the limit. Free throws for Towns. It was really close. Really close.
Well, all the pressure is on these Knicks fans right now who are leaving the game. Boy, that game in New York is going to be huge.
And it's really about putting the pressure of the legendary building and turning it against the Knicks. If the Knicks come out and start that game Friday night 16-4, it could be a landslide. But you've got to hang around and hang around and hang around, because the specter of the New York Knicks waiting 25 years for this moment, losing a 3-2 lead in Game 7 at home last year. The specter of losing a 3-1 lead to a team without its best player is too much to even ponder. Holiday drive. Kick back to Jaylen Brown. Lead is down to 22, but the clock is down to 4:41. Jaylen Brown against Anunoby. Right-hand dribble. Pulls up. Pump fake. Tough jumper. Got it. Of course he did.
My boy done took over.
He did.
It's an out-of-body experience. Technical right now on who? Oh, delay of game.
It could be a set, and that is a technical because it's a second delay of game. So more points for the Knicks with the clock stopped. Towns will shoot it with Brunson out of the game, having fouled out. Towns 7 of 8 from the line tonight. His numbers will look good, but this was not a great night for Karl Anthony Towns. He gets the free throw here. 115-92. Margin is 23. New York with the ball, 4:32 to go. And every Celtic fan is thinking, that clock is not moving.
You already said 110. They got 115.
Karl Anthony Towns against Drew Holiday. Holiday playing with 5 fouls. Towns shut off in the baseline by Cornette. Holiday reaches in, punches it away. Off Towns, out of bounds. And 48 hours of doubt. The weight will shift ahead of the New York Knicks. The biggest game in Madison Square Garden in decades. Peyton Pritchard, straightaway three, bounces out. Rebound, Anunoby. Margin is 23. 4 minutes to go in Game 5.
What, just 4 minutes ago?
Funny about that. Anunoby switches to the left hand, drives past Cornette, missing the layup, and they'll call the foul. More free throws here. The Knicks are getting their 35th and 36th free throws here in Game 5.
Got one going in. Looking for one more big block.
Are you calling this game?
Yeah, I'm calling this.
There was a reason I asked, because then let me be the first to tell you that it will not be TNT. Missed free throw, rebound, Towns, all he can do is knock it out of bounds. Boston ball. It's 115-93. It will not be TNT or ESPN Radio that talks to Luke Cornette after the Luke Cornette game. It will be Grandy and Max. Stay tuned. 10 points, 9 rebounds, 7 blocks. This is Jaylen Brown's night, but Robin was wearing number 40 tonight. Luke Cornett was amazing. No look. Jaylen Brown for the cutter. Derek White scoops it up and in with the left hand. 117-93. Funny thing about all the conversation in the last 48 hours about the Celtics' future as Josh Hart hits a straightaway 3 to cut it to 21. But after 48 hours of conversation about the Celtics' future, funny thing, they're still a present. 117-96. About to hit 3 minutes remaining. Drew Holiday wants a 3, and he's got it. 21st of the night for the Celtics. Anunoby's 3 is no good. And what the Knicks hope will be their final game this year at TD Garden is ending the way the first one did on opening night. Monday night at Madison Square Garden, Jayson Tatum played the game of his life before suffering one of the most significant injuries in recent NBA history. He carried a team and got virtually no help. Tonight, with Jayson Tatum watching in a hospital bed, his brothers delivered for him.
Well, they're talking about Brown. They said they were compadres. Well, the compadre came through. I mean, he was brilliant from the beginning to the end. I've said that many times before. Tatum is the drink. Brown is the straw in that drink.
Jaylen Brown and Derek White come out, and a standing ovation raining down on Jaylen Brown for a night we will talk about when his number 7 goes to the rafters in this building. This will be one of the nights we remember.
Well, we're going to talk about Luke then. Whew, he was...
Everybody on their feet at TD Garden except for the unoccupied seats, which for the last few hours had blue shirts and blue jerseys in them. J.D. Davis and Baylor Shireman getting some run. Here's a 3 from Jordan Walsh at the shot clock buzzer. That's no good. Precious Achiuwa in the game for New York as they play out the final 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Foul called on J.D. Davis, and that will stop the clock and give New York free throws here with 2:11 to go.
That's it. Might have got on me. KO. He pushed his man like, dude. But here's what I really believed in. This is what I talked about before. Joe Mazzulla was not going to let these guys hang their heads and say, woe is me.
And now the best road team in NBA history for the last 3.5 years will go into a building that they have dominated for a quarter century and try to spoil the biggest party in Midtown Manhattan in decades. 120-96 is the math as Eddie Palladino, to the joy of everyone here, says 2 minutes remaining.
2 minutes to play in the quarter.
Jordan Walsh will throw it into the corner. Torrey Craig's jumper is no good. Offensive rebound for Neemias Queta. Steps around Achiuwa. Throws it down with 2 hands. If you're a Knicks fan right now, you're thinking, well, you knew it wasn't going to be this easy. It couldn't be. And the degree to which the Celtics are almost definitely driving layup from Dadier. The degree to which the Celtics are going to outscore the Knicks in this playoff series is going to be jarring. But nobody cares. There are no banners for shot margin. There are no banners for shot quality as Shireman missed the 3. Torrey Craig flies in for an offensive rebound. Celtics piling those up here late. That building is going to be juiced. It is going to be tight. And it is going to be electric on Friday night. J.D. Davison hits a prayer for 3 at the shot clock buzzer. It was Boston's night. A night of Celtic pride. A night of fighting uphill. It will be the forgotten part of this blowout win that the Celtics, with their season on the line and Kristaps Porzingis clearly ineffective, trailed this game by 9, and the Knicks had some swagger going early mid-second quarter. It was a tie game at halftime. Celtics trailed by 3 early in the third quarter. This was a 1-possession game midway through the third quarter. And then Luke Cornett, Jaylen Brown, Derek White got rolling. Derek White 7 threes. 34 points, but...
Look at Anunoby. 1 for 12 from the field.
On a night that Jaylen Brown went 26, 8, and as Keita finishes a layup on an offensive rebound, finishing a lob. Jaylen Brown tonight, I said at the start of the night, it was about his floor game, not the scoring. 12 assists, 2 turnovers. Doesn't get any better than that, considering the stakes. And suddenly, as these two teams have exchanged bodies over the last 9 days, now, unimaginably, the pressure shifts completely to New York. Following 3 by McBride. 127-102. As the final seconds will tick off the clock. As emotional a 48 hours as we have experienced in Celtics Nation. The loss of Jayson Tatum, an uncertain future, and a stormy present. But for one night, the clouds have parted, and the Boston Celtics have shifted the pressure onto the New York Knicks and set up a scene unlike we have ever seen Friday night at Madison Square Garden. The final score in Game 5, Boston 127, New York 102. Start spreading the news because the Eastern Conference Semifinals is headed to Midtown Manhattan for a tumultuous Game 6 on Friday. Back with more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything.
This was a tie game at halftime. The Knicks had to be thrilled with where they were. Lob. Catches. Luke Cornett with 2 hands behind his back. Slams it over his head, putting an exclamation point on what will forever be remembered as the Luke Cornett game at TD Garden. And that Jaylen Brown guy was pretty good, too. 127-102 is the final. A stunning result in Game 5 after the emotions of the last 48 hours. It was clear the Celtics were going to need somebody to make special plays that was going to be called upon. All year, Luke Cornett has answered every call that Joe Mazzulla has placed his way. And tonight, dude, with the world watching and the season on the line, you've done what you did all year long, but you had to feel the stakes and the emotion in the building while you were doing it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a big game for us, kind of backs against the wall, so to be able to step up and just kind of do my job. And I mean, a lot of guys just kind of stepped up and made plays, so if it was a full team effort, we played a lot of energy, a lot of speed, and yeah, shout out to JT for that one.
One of the things you saw was, like you said, JT able to come through, but you guys had to be playing this for your brother in arms, you know, who's in the hospital. It must be a crazy emotion you guys were playing for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been a tough 48 hours, and you know, you gotta go through a lot of ways with that. But I mean, at the end of the day, we still had a game to play and still had to go out and compete. You know, felt like Gary Bertier out there. I'm sure he was cheering for us at home. We were just trying to play hard and go get a win for him.
The locker room Monday, the plane Monday night, was as difficult an environment as I've been around for the 27 years I've been doing this. When did you sense, when did you feel emotionally there was a turn from thinking and feeling about your brother to the task at hand?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was definitely tough, I would say, that first day. But I feel like the first kind of glimpse of, you know, we got a game to play, let's go do it, was we had, filmed a walkthrough and stuff yesterday, and just kind of, talked as a team and stuff. And I feel like you got leaders like JB and Al, you know, kind of leading the way. And I feel like it was really shout out to them for, I mean, I feel like they're just voices, their force, and their desire to compete, and we just kind of followed the lead from there.
I just wanted to say, I know if you have one guy who's leading the charge, you'd want Joe Mazzulla driving that plane or flying that plane.
Oh, yeah. You know, you'd go to war for him, run through a wall, run off the cliff if you got to, and happily do it, you know? Blind submission is what it's all about. I don't think that's exactly it, but sure, yeah.
It'll work. We'll edit it, right? To make it work.
Right.
You know, you started your career with New York. You got to play at Madison Square Garden. You're no stranger to it. there hasn't been a game in that building in 3 decades like the one that is going to be staged here on Friday night. As an athlete, when you have dreams as a kid of playing in big games, and there are Super Bowls, and there are World Series, and there are Stanley Cup Finals and NBA Finals, and you played in the NBA Finals and you won a championship, but you almost can't invent the stage that you're going to get to play on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, Joe says a lot of time of you can't really choose the situation that you're in. You're there, and so you got to make the best of it, and you got to love the situation that you're in. And I think that's important for us to do right now. And obviously playing, for our season and going back to New York, it's got to be a good environment, and we're just going to come together as a team and play as hard as we can and live with whatever the result is.
We'll see you on the plane, my friend.
Yep, see you on the plane.
Luke Cornett joining us. We didn't get to talk to P.J. Brown after the P.J. Brown game, but we got to talk to Luke Cornett after the Luke Cornett game. But needless to say, you want to talk about number 7 answering his critics and answering the call that everyone is making, the Kendrick Perkins of the world, and Perk out there going, I need to see Jaylen Brown have a big game. All the people, I need to see Jaylen Brown throwing down the challenge. And there's very few chances you get in life to answer the way Jaylen Brown did tonight. We will talk about that. We will wrap it up and try to set a stage that we've never seen before, because that's what we're walking into on Friday night. The Celtics redefine winning going away tonight, breaking a tie game in the third quarter and winning by 25 to stay alive. They are now 9-2 in their last 11 elimination games. And mercy me, are we going to have a stage for one on Friday night? The final score in Game 5, Boston 127, New York 102. We'll wrap it next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
As your warm weather fun gets into full swing, Shaw's and Star Market is saving you time and money. Just download the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app to do your grocery shopping online. Right now, you'll get $30 off your first online order over $75. That's right. Use the code SAVE30 and enjoy $30 off your first order. Plus, free curbside pickup or delivery right to your door will be ready in as soon as 30 minutes. Shaw's and Star Market. Save time. Shop online.
Ready to advance your career? Get started this summer with UMass Lowell. Learn from incredible faculty, benefit from incredible affordability. Begin May 19th at UMass Lowell, online or on campus.
DraftKings has the tools to help you play within your limits. Don't budge on your budget. With the options to set time limits and deposit limits, schedule time away from play, manage your payment methods, and keep track of your recent stats. You'll have all the tools to create a winning game plan. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
The Piantadosi Baking Company is a local fourth-generation family bakery providing bread to New England's restaurants for over 100 years. You can find their famous Hearth French bread, rolls, and subs at your local supermarket. And be sure to try their new sourdough batard, hearth-baked with signature sourdough starter. The Piantadosi Baking Company.
Winter is finally behind us, so it's time for your car to get a spring refresh. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get your car ready for all your spring and summer adventures. Their services are done while you remain in your vehicle, and no appointment is needed. Stop in whenever you have 15 minutes to spare. Plus, get ahead of summer heat with a quick air conditioning system recharge. Go to NewEnglandOilChange.com to save on your next visit and see your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of sunny days ahead.
Boston Celtics basketball is proudly sponsored by Amica Insurance. When it comes to protecting the life you built, trust your insurance needs to Amica's award-winning service. At Amica, they put in the time to make sure you're taken care of. Whether it's talking through all the details of your policy or following up after a claim. As you cheer on the Celtics, visit Amica.com to learn more and get a quote today.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
Strawberries, blueberries are fresh in and on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, get 1 pound strawberries or pint blueberries for just $1.97 each when you use the digital coupon. Limit 2. Yes, it's a very good time to get fresh strawberries and blueberries. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry, sale ends soon. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth. Feeling smooth. Who said that? It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw. So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it. Beep-bop, beat-up, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Jaylen Brown masterclass tonight. He has it left side of the floor. Picks up his dribble. Finds Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. Return to Jaylen Brown. Now Jaylen Brown against McBride. Works his way to 14 feet. His jumper is true. It's been Jaylen Brown's night with the money on the table and the season on the line.
Well, for his compadre, playing one for him.
Yeah, that's the kind of night it was for Jaylen Brown. Our hardest working player of the game, brought to you by Bosch Power Tools, engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Power Tools, built to keep workers going at full strength. Bosch Power Tools, what hard workers deserve. Celtics make 22 threes. They made 29 opening night against the New York Knicks on this very same floor the night that Banner 18 went to the rafters. Kelly's Roast Beef will donate $33 to one mission with every one the Celtics make, helping kids fight cancer. Home of the original three-way, proud to be local, always original. Celtics playoff basketball brought to you by Amica, the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Boston Celtics. As the chase for Banner 19 continues, make sure you visit Amica.com today to get a quote on award-winning service. Game 5 is history. Jaylen Brown made history. He had 28 points in this game. He had 8 rebounds, and he had 12 assists. He's played over 750 games in his NBA career, and he had never done that until tonight when it mattered the most.
Well, he met the challenge. I mean, there are a lot of people who still complain about what he did or what he didn't do, but it was a complete effort. But it started off with him. The first couple of plays of the game when he said, look, I'm going to take on Brunson. I'm going to maybe try to slow him down. I think that's one of the keys to what you're going to try to do, be more efficient on your defensive end, but offensively, just shot the heck out of the basketball. And here's the thing people talked about. Didn't settle. One time we talked about, we could have taken the 3. Nope. Drove towards the basket, defense pulled towards him, and then gave the ball up for an assist. So just brilliant in his play. All
right, the threes went in tonight. The Celtics made 22 of them, and when the threes go in, the Celtics win easily. That's pretty much been the case no matter what. Irony of the Celtics trying to put a run together right now against the New York Knicks is that the New York Knicks is where the Ewing theory began. The idea that for a short period of time, without your best player, you can make a run based on Patrick Ewing getting hurt in 1999 and the Knicks going to the finals. And tonight, the Celtics played differently. The ball didn't stop. There was, when you have one of those senses taken away, the others get sharper. Celtics couldn't make mistakes, and the funny thing was they were making mistakes early. They were struggling a little bit on the glass, and they committed 5 turnovers in that first quarter. And it's funny, that's the worst part of the game. New York was up by 9, which they haven't been in this series. They had kind of the swagger going, and the Celtics just kind of got recommitted to what they were doing. They stopped turning the ball over, and let's face facts here. Through 5 games of this series, the Celtics dominated New York over the last 2 years, in large part because New York had no answer for Kristaps Porzingis. He was the difference maker, and by the way, this isn't a year and a half ago. I'm talking about early April. Porzingis made 8 threes and had a 38-point game at Madison Square Garden. He has been ineffective in the series, and he essentially played himself out of it. And Joe Mazzulla said...
Hold on, Joe. Wait a minute, Sean. You're trying to say Joe Mazzulla made an adjustment?
Don't worry. Nobody will acknowledge that.
You're saying we're on the air where a camera's on us. Okay, right, okay.
What Joe Mazzulla did was say, you know what, with the season on the line, this isn't about, well, let's hope KP can give us some good minutes. He couldn't. He had chances to do it. He has been ineffective in the series, maybe 48 more hours, and who knows what's going to happen. But KP had to come out of the game. Al Horford got in foul trouble, and then, of all the heroes in all the world to come out of nowhere, we say this because nationally that's what they're going to say. But you're not watching the Celtics for 82 games in the playoffs. Luke Cornett has been doing this all year. But tonight, he did it with the season on the line, on a big stage, playing huge minutes. First player to get 5 blocks in a quarter in an NBA playoff game since Robert Williams, of all people, 4 years ago for the Celtics in the first round against the Nets. His defensive presence changed everything. We said if you're going to play Sam Hauser, and he played important minutes, you had to have more rim protection. And that's what you got from Luke Cornett. All he's done all year is made plays, so why wouldn't he do it tonight?
Well, very effective. You said blocking shots, rebound the basketball, being a facilitator. And then the cherry on that Sunday happened to be the lob play, threw it, and he catches it going backwards, slams it over his head. Was fantastic.
So now, we've seen a lot of things over all of our years together, but we've certainly never seen this because nobody has seen this in decades. The scene at Madison Square Garden on Friday night. The building, as we've discussed for many years, Max, is its own thing. It's part of the theater. It's part of the game, is the building, the crowd, and the environment. And what you're adding to this is Knicks fans who are going to pay money you and I can't possibly imagine to be in that building, to be part of this environment, as the Knicks now stand one home win away from their first conference final appearance in 25 years. With this monster party set to take place in Midtown Manhattan if they can win the game. But what comes with that? On a regular night at Madison Square Garden, if it's not going well, the pressure of the building turns against you. This is not a regular night. The stakes of the Knicks losing a 3-2 lead last year in the second round, and the specter, even without Jayson Tatum, the specter of the Knicks having to come back here and play a seventh game, which of course we know they're capable of winning. They have Jalen Brunson, right, in a close game 7 in the fourth quarter. But that's not the point. The point is you are going to freak everybody out if that game is close. If the Celtics can survive the early onslaught, the longer they stay in that game as the underdog on Friday night, the weight of that building is going to become immeasurable.
It does what it does in its own little area of understanding what the game is about and how to play the game. Celtics did what they needed to do tonight. They came here. They won a game. The series continues. You're not like, you didn't do like Cleveland, lost at home. You win here. Now you got another chance. That's all you look for, another chance to roll the dice. And the Celtics have that.
The best road team in NBA history over the last 3.5 years, going into a building that they have dominated on the road like no other in Madison Square Garden, trying to force an improbable 7th game in a series. Now through 5 games, the Celtics have outscored New York by 35 points. But it is still the Knicks in control, up 3-2, trying to close it out and letting the party start in New York. The final score, again, in game number 5, 127-102. Max and I will talk to you Friday night in the midst of bedlam in Midtown Manhattan. In the meantime, let the conversation begin with Joe Murray.
All right, guys, there will be another game, and it will be on Friday night. Game 6, Celtics trail the series now 3-2 after their 127-102 win tonight. And with that win, Panadosi will be donating another $109 throughout the playoffs. Panadosi is donating $109 for every Celtics win and 1,000 pounds of bread to Bread and Life in Malden. You can find their famous French bread rolls and subs at your local grocery store. We'll have the highlights, the box score. We'll do it all coming up next as the Celtics win tonight. I'm Joe Murray on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
Boston Celtics playoff coverage on 98.5 The Sports Hub is presented by Charles D. Sheehy. Charles D. Sheehy is your local leader for pipe, valves, fittings, and mechanical products. CDS is proud to partner with the area's leading healthcare, life science, and lab contractors. Partner with CDS to keep your project on schedule.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law Group. Catches Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
Kelly's Roast Beef is now serving Worcester. Since 1951, Kelly's has been stacking up mouth-watering made-to-order sandwiches like their famous roast beef, slow-roasted, thinly sliced, and piled high. Kelly's is the home of the original 3-way roast beef, American cheese, mayo, and James River barbecue sauce. A New England classic. Add fries and a shake, and you've got a meal to remember. For lunch, dinner, or a quick bite, Kelly's in Worcester delivers flavor fast and fresh every time. See why Kelly's Roast Beef is a New England legend in Worcester or kellysroastbeef.com. Kelly's Roast Beef, where the original still tastes best.
Hey, basketball fans, ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Nobody beats FW Webb for plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, pipe valves, fittings, and more. Visit FWWebb.com for a location near you.
Hey everyone, this is Adam from Central 44 Jeep Dodge Ram of Raynham. This month only, we're giving everyone Employee Plus pricing. Drive home a 2024 Ram 2500 regular cab for just $46,795. That's a massive $10,000 in savings. We're just minutes from anywhere, so it's the ultimate time to upgrade your ride. But hurry in. These prices disappear after the event ends. From our driver to yours, Central 44 Raynham.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Well, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5, the Sports Hub.
This was a tie game at halftime. The Knicks had to be thrilled with where they were. Lob. Jalen catches. Luke Cornett with two hands behind his back slams it over his head, putting an exclamation point on what will forever be remembered as the Luke Cornett game at TD Garden.
Well, Luke around, and you know what? You'll find out. That's what happened tonight with Luke Cornett, the star in this one. Wow, what a night by Luke Cornett. Can you believe it? Celtics now trail the series 3-2. The best road team in the NBA now has to go back on the road, win again, and force a Game 7 without Jayson Tatum. But they were led by Jaylen Brown tonight. 26 points, 8 rebounds, 12 assists. He's never done that. Derek White had 34 points. Peyton Pritchard had 17 off the bench. Al Horford went 12 and 5. Drew Holiday might be getting going. They went away from Porzingis tonight, who struggled with only 1 point. Luke Cornett, as we mentioned, 5 for 5 from the field. He had 9 rebounds, 7 blocks. They got contributions from guys like Sam Hauser tonight. In his return in 15 minutes, knocked down 2 threes, had 2 assists and a rebound with 6 points. They played well. They scored 127 points. They only gave up 102, and they won the third quarter 32-17. Can they do it again on the road? BetMGM betting line right now, New York Knicks -2.5. Can the Celtics go on the road and win another and be the best road team in the NBA? All right, thanks to Matt Stenberg tonight. Excellent job, sir. We'll do it again on Friday night. We'll see you all on Friday night as the Celtics keep their season and hopes alive with a 127-102 win versus New York. We'll talk to you guys on Friday night. I'm Joe Murray here on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
Jalen forces it up over Seaton. No! He tied it! He did it! Jaylen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Kick out, open. Tatum steps to his left, 3 in the air. Got it!
Big boys step up at the right time, man.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Amica Insurance, your New England Ford dealers, UMass Lowell, Cambridge Savings Bank, Comcast Business, Bosch Tools, Kelly's Roast Beef, Catches Law, your New England Chevy dealers, Live Nation, Gulf Oil, Charles D. Sheehy, and by Ticketmaster.
Pritchard shovel back to Porzingis. How about a trail 3? Got it! Boston by 14. Kyrie forces one out, blocked by Porzingis again. Pritchard, half court. It's in the air. He got it! He did it again! Peyton Pritchard Pritchard did it again.
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, Mass Mutual, VA New England, Town Fair Tire, FindMassMoney.gov, your New England Honda dealers, Corona, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Shaw's and Star Market, Rand, Northeastern DeMoore McKim School of Business, Piantadosi Baking Company, your New England Cadillac dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Celtics basketball is a presentation of the 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network. From the Town Fair Tire Studios, the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics are looking for number 19.
Tatum pulling out. Good.
Hear every playoff game right here. Your home for Boston Celtics basketball. WBC FM and HD1 Boston 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station.
Jaylen Brown masterclass tonight. He has it left side of the floor. Picks up his dribble. Finds Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. Return to Jaylen Brown. Now Jaylen Brown against McBride. Works his way to 14 feet. His jumper is true. It's been Jaylen Brown's night with the money on the table and the season on the line.
Well, for his compadre, playing one for him.
Welcome into Celtics postgame. I'm Joe Murray here until midnight tonight. Skaz is back, and we're going to be joined by Sarone Battle as well. Let's line them up. Celtics win. They saved the season. Now they go to New York down 3-2. Let's react about it. 617-779-0985. We have our friends in YouTube right now. And we have them by the hundreds in there right now. So feel free to join the chat. We'll read them. And we'll certainly react to the 127-102 win for the Celtics tonight to keep their season alive. Saron, I wonder if Joe Mazzulla listens to the show. I don't want to take a victory lap, but more Pritchard, go away from Cornette. Go away from him, Porzingis to go to Cornette. And, just maybe use your bench a little more. And that's what happened tonight for the most part, minus Jayson Tatum. You got the Jaylen Brown game. Derek White did his thing, and you got contributions from everybody tonight in the win.
Yeah, I mean, it was a total team effort. This is basically the way they've played basketball all season. It was good balance. Jaylen Brown, I've seen him have games where he scored 40. I think he's had a 50-point game, a few of those. I've seen him score more points and put up more numbers. But he played very in control. He was in control of everything he was doing. He played with good pace. And the most important thing that he did all night was relentlessly attack Jalen Brunson in the third quarter. And that's something that we've been screaming on this show after every single game. If Jalen Brunson's on the court, seek him out. There isn't a player in a Celtic uniform that he can defend 15 feet and down. Not a single one. And in the third quarter, something clicked and they said, you know what? He can't. And they just went at him, and he picks up 5 fouls in like 8 minutes in the third quarter. And that's been there all series. And once they did that, they stole the Knicks' heart. And that was all she wrote. And they just play with great balance, great ball movement, team effort. And when you do that, you're hard to defend. And they were really hard for the Knicks to defend last night. While they also shut the Knicks down in the second half. There was no 70%, 67% shooting in the second half for the Knicks tonight. That wasn't going to happen.
I just thought they played with desperation. They won the third quarter, and they wanted it. No doubt about it. There were adjustments there. First half was back and forth, right? Celtics would go down a little bit. Knicks went on a 13-17 run. But I don't think I can talk about enough about the night that Luke Cornette had. But he got the crowd involved. Mm-hmm. He was a rim protector. He was scoring. He was pick and roll wide open on dunks. He saved balls from going out of bounds, blocked it, and then saved it from going out of bounds. Then ran the court and got the wide open play. I mean, there's games in history. I know, like Kelly Olynyk had a game, right? P.J. Brown hit a big shot in Celtics. It all happens. This is the Luke Cornette game, no doubt about it.
Yeah, it was. But, I haven't listened to everybody else's post game because we've been on, but we've been screaming for Kornet to get more minutes simply because Porzingis is giving you nothing. And I know the analytics and the numbers say, well, when he's on the court, you're this effective or you're that effective. Well, when the human part element kicks in, you have to throw the numbers to the side and say he's just not right now. He's not giving us anything but just being tall. Well, how about you just put a guy in who's just as tall and say, hey, at least he has energy, he can bang, he can rebound. And Kornet made an impact the minute he was inserted into the game. Immediate impact on the defensive end, finishing around the rim. Porzingis missed a couple easy layups. And the next thing you know, Kornet's right there putting back those same layups, rolling to the basket for layups, just constant movement off the screen game, freeing guys up, rebounding, blocking shots. And he completely took away the lane from the Knicks and allowed the Celtics guards to play a little tougher, a little more physical up top. And the only reason the Knicks were in this game early was Josh Hart was having one of those nights. He was hitting his threes. I think he had 6 threes tonight. He was on one early in the game, and he kind of kept the Knicks in it, even after getting the stitches. But Kornet's impact was felt immediately, and he really set the tone for the way this game went. And shout out to Derek White for getting off to a good start, keeping them neck and neck with the Knicks because they got off to a hot start. But Kornet was the real key to that game early on in the first half.
They need help in the front court, and we do have an update on why Kristaps Porzingis did not play late in the game. Mazzulla reacted to it. We'll have that coming up in a little bit. But I think we kind of got the two biggest things out of the way here. Mm-hmm. They actually defended.
Yeah.
They defended, but they also kind of went at Jalen Brunson. Mm-hmm. Something that they did during the regular season that I don't know why they went away from it, but it worked tonight. And I wonder if it was because of the desperation mode. I don't know. Man, was it can we give Joe Mazzulla some credit for making
absolutely,
the adjustment?
You have to. Yeah. Back against the wall, you throw everything out the window and say, okay, guys, we just got to, I don't agree with Gilbert Arenas a lot. He be saying some wild stuff.
Yeah.
But one thing he did say, and I completely believe him, if the Celtics would have just played basketball, no analytics, no nothing, they just at YMCA. They're playing pickup like they do in the summertime. If the Celtics would have just played regular basketball, the series would be over already. They've had huge double-digit leads in every single game. The 3 games they lost, they were up 20, 20, and 14. They've had the games they won, they've been up 20+. They've had huge leads on this team, and it goes out the window because they kind of stop hooping and go into the analytics. We got to do this. No matter the situation, we have to do this or do that. If they just play basketball, run simple pick and roll, there's a big run into the basket, throw the lob to him. You see Kornet catch the dunk backwards. They tried it a couple times, it didn't work. But then you saw the bench come in late in the game with Neemias Queta. They throw a couple lobs to him on the pick and roll, and he gets a couple dunks. It's there, and it's been there the whole series, but they got away from basic basketball for too long. And when they do it, the Knicks have nothing for them. And on both ends, they kept it simple. And like you said, when Jalen Brunson was out there, shout out to the coaching staff and the players for recognizing that he can't defend them. And they went at him, stuck to it, went at him. They still took their 48 threes, 49 threes. That's what they do. But it was off catch and shoot. It was off ball movement. Guys were wide open. A couple guys were so open, they was able to take a breath and take their time. And it was good balance with the threes. You know what I'm saying? It was Jaylen Brown, 5, Horford 3, Porzingis took a couple, Drew Holiday 2 for 3. Sam Hauser got a couple tonight. J.D. Davison got one late, but it was good balance from the three-point line tonight, and it made a huge difference in how the Knicks were able to, or not able to, defend this team, and they weren't too predictable.
All right, we'll get everyone's reaction. Celtics now trail the series 3-2. There was no Jayson Tatum, who had surgery. He sent a message to the team before the game. They united tonight. They played desperate. They won a basketball game, and they'll be able to play another now on Friday night. We'll certainly get into that. We'll react from tonight's game as well. People are in our YouTube. Skaz had a take that I somewhat agree with that we'll get into here, Saron, on the other side here until midnight tonight. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Whoa. A crack in my windshield? Seriously?
At Autoglass Now, they know that a cracked windshield can be a pain in the glass. But don't worry, they've got you covered. Autoglass Now provides fast and reliable repairs. Call or visit Autoglass Now and they'll get you scheduled today.
Autoglass Now gets you Autoglass Now.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath for Veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. ClearPath for Veterans is working with safety insurance to help New England veterans at the resource centers in Devens, Massachusetts and Manchester, New Hampshire. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to ClearPath and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
Set yourself up for success. Their locally owned Benjamin Moore store proudly serves the New England area with more than just paint. They're here to support you and help you find everything you need to bring your projects to life. From expert advice to premium products, they'll help you every step of the way. Enjoy exceptional service and explore a selection of beautiful paint colors designed for lasting results. Visit the paint shops today and experience the difference that Benjamin Moore's quality products and personalized guidance can make.
Hey, it's O here for Rebel Garage Solutions. Are you tired of your cluttered, dingy garage? Rebel Garage Solutions is your one-stop shop for a complete garage transformation. From garage door installation, repairs, and a lifetime warranty on select doors and parts, to durable, beautiful epoxy flooring that's 5 times stronger than standard coatings. Rebel also offers smart organization solutions like cabinetry, slat wall, and even motorized storage for real-life needs. Call or go online for free consultation from the local 5-star rated team at rebelgarage.com. Rebel Garage Solutions, your garage transformed.
Whoa, a crack in my windshield, seriously?
At Autoglass Now, they know that a cracked windshield can be a pain in the glass. But don't worry, they've got you covered. Autoglass Now provides fast and reliable repairs. Call or visit Autoglass Now and they'll get you scheduled today.
Autoglass Now gets you Autoglass Now.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath for Veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. ClearPath for Veterans is working